Welcome to the Roadrunner 89 Swirl to Investment Network, where we talk about interracial love and marriage. Hope you enjoy Swirl to Investment. All right, how's everybody doing? Can everybody hear me okay? Um, I just want to make sure everything's good. Get Give me a one if you can hear me. Okay. Good to see everybody. Good to see Diamond Lace, Beverly Johnson, loves for two run. Jennifer Smith, CC. All right, good. You can hear me. Awesome. All right, tonight's show. Look, there are some crazy things going on YouTube. Okay, as you know, look, ever since I started my channel, I have been hated on. There have been people that have hated on me from the first video I made, right? And look, I'm getting attacked on all ends. I really am. I've had people send me death threats. I've had people attack me, my wife, my family. Okay? Because I speak out about interracial relationships. Okay? And I don't hold back, and I shouldn't hold back. Okay? We got to speak truth, right? Okay? If you have a better option over here than over here, shouldn't we talk about it? Even if that better option don't look like us, shouldn't we talk about it? Okay? Are we so tribalist that we're going to only gravitate to people that look like us? Or should we gravitate to people that think like us, people that have the same things in common? Okay? And look, life is not perfect. People are not perfect. But, okay, your best option might not look like you. Your best option might be in a different group. Okay? And I found that out in my life. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. if you're not stuck up on your skin tone, worship, or thinking you're better than other people, then, okay, you should have no trouble finding the best option for you. Okay. I found the best option for me, and my wife don't look nothing like me. Okay. And that's okay. But my wife is beautiful. My wife is loving. My wife is the best option for me. Okay. And I found character. I didn't find a color. Okay. We're taught in our life with the propaganda, with the what's that word? Um, where we've been conditioned, right, to think a certain way. We've been told our whole life that if we want to find true love, it's best to stay within our racial group, within our ethnicity. And we've been told this so many times, right? I was told this my whole life, not by my mother and father. My mother and father, no, they didn't buy off on that. They just wanted me to have a good wife. They didn't care what color she was, right? And I'm blessed to have that because a lot of white men like me don't have that. But I had it. I was blessed. Okay. Um, but things are changing. Okay. And I think in our world today, with so much hate, so much jealousy, so much animosity, that we got to find someone that we connect with, someone that shares the same values, someone that, you know, believes in love like we do, right? And this person might not look like us, and that's okay. I know the conditioning is real. I know we've been conditioned to stay segregated, to stay separate, right? And here's the thing: that's not what we're supposed to do. We're human beings, and how can we segregate human beings from human beings? Why? Because we look different. We're not different races. We're not that. I know we categorize us as black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Middle Eastern, all this stupid crap, right? We're human beings, okay? At the end of the day, we're people, okay? And we should not gravitate towards someone that looks like us. We should gravitate to someone that loves us. Character over color, okay? We say that, right? Do you believe it? Because I tell you this, black women are the best option, okay? And in my life, that is so true. Nobody has blessed me, no woman has blessed me more than the black woman in my life, okay? And I'm not just talking about my wife. I love my wife more than any woman in the world, okay? But I found out something special about black women, about their love, about what's in their heart. And you know what? Because my mother and father never told me it was wrong to love a black woman, I was able to see the truth. Okay. And there are beautiful women in all races. Don't get me wrong. Okay. I don't hate white women. No, I don't. I mean, I'm a white guy. My mother's white. My cousins are white. I love them very much. They're beautiful women. They are. They're amazing. Okay. But black women captured my heart at a very young age. Okay. Black women, it's just something about black women. It's something about how they love. It's something about how they pour into you. Okay. And I've experienced that. And once the black woman touched my heart belongs to the black woman, hands down. Okay? Does that mean I'm chasing black women my whole life? No. Okay? I just see a beauty in black women. You know what? That beauty in black women, the character in black women, led me to my wife, Sandy. Okay? Now, my wife, Sandy, is the love of my life. My wife, Sandy, is the woman that is the most important woman in my life. Okay? My wife, Sandy, is the treasure. She's the prize. She is my blessing. She is my wife, my love, my everything. Okay? And it will be that way till the end of time. Now, some people are so confused when I say I love black women. I think black women are beautiful and amazing. For some reason, a lot of these black dudes out there do not understand this, that you can love a woman, have love and respect for her, and not be intimate with her. Okay? I can have love for a woman I'm not attracted to. Do you understand this? You beta dusties out there, do you understand that? I can have love for black women out there and not desire them physically. Do you freaking understand this? Apparently you don't, you can't comprehend this. Okay? And I think that's what separates relationships apart. Because we're seeing a trend where white men are doing better with black women than black men are doing with black women. Okay? White men are having longer lasting marriages and relationships with black women than black men are. How could that be? Because in my culture, how I was raised, I was always taught that you provide and you protect for your wife, right? But I was always taught too that we protect women, okay? We provide for women, even if they're not our wives, we're kind to them, we protect them, and we show them love and respect. That does not mean we want to get with them. Do you beta dumplings understand what I'm saying? Okay? You can have love for women and not physically desire them. I pull my hair out all the time. You know, I do stuff for women out of love and kindness. And you know what? A lot of these women, I just do it because I'm a kind person. And you know what? I don't have no desire for any woman except my wife. Okay? I've given that to my wife. My wants, my desires. Okay? That belongs to my wife. But do I still love black women? Oh, yes. Okay? Because they're beautiful ladies. They're beautiful women. I see the character. I see the beauty in them. Does that mean I physically desire them? No. Okay? And I think a lot of these beta dumplings don't understand. And I think they're just so caught up in their body count. They're so caught up in how many women they can be with. They don't understand that you could love someone and not desire them physically. I could have love for a woman and not want to touch her. I pull my hair out so much with this, okay? And so many people will attack me because I say I love black women. They say, oh, it's a fetish. Oh, you want to touch black women. You want to get with black. No, I do not. I have a wife. But I will show love and respect to black women because black women are amazing. They're beautiful, amazing women. Okay? And I'm not talking about the physical, looking at their body. I'm talking about their character. I'm talking about the love they have in their heart. I'm talking about the beautiful human beings they are, the beautiful women they are. Okay? And every time I express my love towards black women, I have some beta dusty dumpling come at me and say, oh, you're fantasizing. You just want to touch black women. You just want to be with. No, I don't want to go around touching black women. Okay? I just want to show them love and respect that they deserve. Okay? The only woman I'm touching and have a physical desire is my wife. Okay? That's it. But we can't be mature about this. And this is so disturbing. Okay? I don't know why people don't understand this. Did you guys get the copyright disclaimer? Let me put it up there. Okay, we're going to use these videos for educational purposes, for commentary, okay? And we're going to learn something today. I'm about learning. I'm about, learning how people think, and I want to know different people's perspective, right? Even if I can't stand them, even if I don't agree with them, I want to learn. Okay? Fair use. Fair use. Fair use. Okay? Hey, J10, good to see you. The more dust, the more exposure I get, the more dust will come. You're right. Okay? But here's the thing. People don't understand that the love I have for black women, okay, is a love I have for their heart and their character, okay? I have a wife, but I think sometimes these betas out there do a channel for a hookup, okay? I do a channel for encouraging people to open up their options, okay? Have their eyes set on something that's different, because let's be honest, when it comes to black women, okay, for them to be race loyal, they're either going to have to be on their A game all the time, or they're going to have to settle for not being married, not having a family, maybe just being in a situationship, okay? Because over 2 million black women outnumber black men, okay? So, I mean, you choose who you want to be with. That's great. If you want to be race loyal, be race loyal. If you want to open up your options, open up your options. Okay? But do not attack somebody that has love for somebody that is different, that looks different. Okay? And black women, all you pro-black women, I'm talking to you. Listen. If you want to have the pick at the best black man out there, let these ladies open up their options. Let these women divest. Let them swirl to investment. It's only logic, because you can't open up your options. Let the ones that can do their thing. Don't shame them because you want favorability from the men in your community, because it don't work like that. Go where you're loved, respected, okay? And if we did that, then the ones that were race loyal would have a better option, right? Makes sense. Logic. Okay. Okay. All right. Guys, today's show, I'm going to be going in. I might be saying some things that are triggering. I'm sorry. I want to have a peaceful show where I just say, how much I love black women and how beautiful black women are and how amazing my wife is and how amazing my kids and grandkids are. I want to tell you that story, okay? I don't want to fight with a beta dumpling. I don't want to go out there and go back and forth because there's no solution to that, okay? Okay, and because I love black women, there are people that hate me. Okay. Oh well, that's a good fight I have to fight. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to show you some videos. Okay. And I want to hear what you think. Okay. Because here's the thing, we can believe what we want, but from what I see, I think black women, white men are the best option for each other, hands down. I don't even think there's any competition, right? I don't think the white man and white woman can outdo the black woman, white man. They can't. The black man, the black woman, they can't. They can't compare to the black woman, white man. We're so much more successful. We do so much better financially, emotionally, spiritually, and in the family realm, right? But people will hate me for saying that. Oh, Roadrunner, you don't know what you're talking about. People of the same race are naturally attracted to each other, and that's the way it's supposed to be. No, bullshit. People aren't just naturally attracted to someone that looks like them. I can see beauty in all women, right? But here's the thing that won me over with black women. Black women have such a big heart. Black women are so loyal. Black women have a way of touching your heart and making you feel loved, making you feel like there's nothing you can't have. There's nothing you can't achieve. That's what black women do. No other woman has made me feel that way. Okay? Love me, hate me, I don't care. That's the truth. Okay? And why is that? That's how God created people. What can I tell you? Okay? All right. Now I want to go into this. And look, I'm going to go in on some people because there's some people that have been attacking me for years. There are some people who have been attacking me ever since I started. There are people that are trying to destroy my channel. There are people out there that will flag my channel every chance they get, every time they get a chance. Okay? The beautiful thing is YouTube is seeing a pattern. The beautiful thing they're seeing is, certain individuals are trying to flag my channel overwhelmingly to somebody that might be triggered. You know what I'm saying? Okay? They do collect that data. Now, I have never tried to flag a channel. I've never tried to go in on anybody except those that have attacked my wife. If you attack my wife, okay, all bets are done. You're done. You do not disrespect my wife. You do not attack my wife. My wife is the most important person in my life. My wife is my treasure, my love, my wife, my everything. My wife is the most important woman, most important person on this earth. Okay? And if you attack her, I will do everything in my power to come for you. Okay? And if I can't get to you, God will. Okay? You do not attack my wife. My wife has never attacked anybody. My wife is the most loving, most beautiful person on earth. Okay? You leave her alone. If you want to attack me and, go in on me and make fun of me, that's cool. I'm here for YouTube for that. Okay? But leave my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. Leave my wife alone. Okay? And if you're a real man, you will stay the fuck away from my wife and you will address me like a man. And I'm talking to everybody. And on my side, I don't attack people's wives. Okay? Now, if somebody's wife attacks you, okay, defend yourself. I'm not talking about that. But just attacking somebody's wife because you don't like that person, you're a beta, dusty, dumpling piece of shit, and you need to be destroyed. You don't do that. That's not what real men do. Okay? And if you have to go on in on a man's wife, you're pathetic. You're a loser. Okay? I'm just going to say it. Okay. Let me show some videos because I got some things I got to say. Hey, J10, good to see you, young lady. Okay. You got two different pictures. The way Brent speaks about his wife is how all men should speak. Oh, thank you. That's sweet. But really, we should love our wives more than anything in the world. Look, I've heard people say, oh, I won't get into an interracial relationship because, oh, you know, you're marrying the family too. And what if the family don't accept you, you know? And some people will say stupid crap like that. Like, okay, number one, okay, when I left my mother and father, I seeked out a wife. Okay? The woman I love is my wife, Sandy. And if my father had a problem, I'd kick his ass to the curb. I love you, Father. I know you wouldn't do that. My mother, same thing. And I love you, Mom. But if they would have a problem with my wife, they're done. They're done. Any person in my family is done. There's no friendship that could separate me and my wife. Because here's the thing. When I opened up my option, I was all in. When it comes to black woman, that's where my heart is. And anybody gets in the way, I'm kicking your ass to the curb. I'm not going to deal with you. I don't care if you're my mother, my father, my brother. I don't give a shit. If you get in the way of my wife, you are done. When I open up I am all the way. When it comes to black woman, I'm all in. When it comes to people getting in the way, I will destroy you. And what I mean by that is I will kick you to the curb. You get in the way of me and my wife, you are no longer a part of my life. I don't care who you are in my family, in my friendship circle. You're done. But see, that's the reason I have a 31-year marriage with my wife, because I've given everything to my wife, because I give it all, because my wife is a treasure. She's a prize. She's the most important person. And if everybody thought like I did, I believe this world would be a better place. And I'm not saying I'm better than nobody. Don't get me wrong. I'm not better than nobody. Okay, I'm an everyday guy. I'm just average. But one thing I do have is a big heart, and I have a lot of love. And when I make a decision, I move with it. I go for it. I don't turn back. Okay? And when it comes to black women, they are the best option. The black woman has touched my heart as a child, all the way as an adult. And black women are that hidden treasure, because a lot of black men will attack black women and try to push a negative image. Not all. Not all. Let me say that. Not all. There are some unicorns. There are some diamonds in the rough out there. Okay, there are. And don't get me wrong. There. Believe it or not, there are some good black men that are doing right. But they are so far and few between that black women have to search elsewhere to have a good marriage, to have an opportunity. And why is that? And tell me if I'm wrong, because from what I seen, what's going on in the numbers I see, only 26% of black women are married. What the hell is going on? 26%. Are you telling me only 26% of black women want to be married? I find that hard to believe. I think black women are settling for what they can get out of their men. And a lot of black women, I believe, have adapted to having just a boyfriend or a situationship because they don't believe they can have marriage. They don't believe they can have that traditional family. Am I wrong? Because I've heard a lot of black women have told me this. And I speak to women that are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. They say, you know what, Roadrunner? I was all about black love. I poured everything. I didn't want to be with no other man but the black man. And I'm not married yet. They have children, but they're heartbroken. And my thing is, you can have a preference. That's great. I have a preference. Okay? I'm not against anybody that has a preference, but the disturbing thing I see with black women is black women, you get the short end of the stick. Unless you open up your options. And I'm not saying every white guy is a great guy. There are dusty, crappy white guys. Okay? There are. But there are a lot of good white men that will love you, that will appreciate you with your education, with your love, the way you conduct yourself, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you look. There are men that will embrace that. And people have told me, they said, you know what? I was at work one day and we had a discussion. They say, okay, you love black women, but what's so great about black women? What sets black women apart from other women? Okay? And when I said, you know what? Black women have a more spiritual connection. Black women are more emotional. When you tap in and she loves you and you love her, you can connect. You can connect emotionally. Okay? Black women are the most spiritual women on this planet. When you got that connection, you can connect. Black women are the most loyal women. If a black woman loves you, your search is over. If you're a good man and you find a black woman that loves you, you're set. All you got to do is be a good man and love her. You don't have to be extraordinary and be the greatest man on the planet. You just got to be a good man. The black woman will embrace that. She will be loyal to you forever. Okay? But the beauty about black women is they'll make you better than you ever thought you could be. They have a way of doing that. Okay? But anyway, let's see some of these videos. Okay? And tell me what you think, guys. There's an attack on the swirl. There's an attack on interracial relations, especially with black women, white men. And don't go to the 1800s because I know it was a different time and people thought different. I'm talking about 2025, okay? The most hated couple is the black woman and the white man, okay? in today's world. That's the most hated, but that is the most successful. Okay. And why is that? Because we're both held accountable. People that are held accountable tend to do better than people that are not. Okay. Anyway, let's show this video real quick.
But this Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf.
Okay. I want to give this message before I go any further. You guys know about the Carmela Anthony and the Metcalf thing, the teenage black kid and teenage white kid. Okay. And I want to talk about this. I'm not going to give you my opinion. Who's right? Who's wrong? This against them. White people are being hurt. Black people are being hurt. Let's pick a side. No. I don't know enough of this to even go into this. Okay? But I'm going to show this video and give you my opinion. Okay?
I don't know if it's just me, but this Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf case feels like a energy harvesting ritual as well as a psyops to me. Everything about this case just feels inauthentic. It feels thrown together and it feels made up. You cannot tell me that these people are not trying to create a race war with what we're seeing right now. Now, I haven't put a lot of energy into this case, but where's this child's lawyer? He have very serious charges. So you're telling me the only person that we've seen is someone who claims to be a family representative, that's supposed to be a pastor, that has so many charges, and he is a criminal himself? Baby, the press.
Okay, let me stop right there because I don't want people to think I'm going a certain way with this. Let me tell you something, okay? This Carmelo Anthony and this, God, I forget the names. That's how I'm trying to distance myself. Well, Anthony and Metcalf, okay? The black 17-year-old and the white 17-year-old that got into the confrontation and words got heated and one was unalived, okay? Here's my thing, and listen to me, people, and I'm going to talk to white people. Listen to me, white people. Stand the fuck down. Don't do a damn thing. Okay, you pray about it. Don't get caught in your feelings, because this is what these people are trying to do. People are trying to stir up a racial thing. Okay. Now, let me tell you, nobody's going to win from this case. If Carmelo Anthony is set free and nothing happens, he's not going to win. The family of the child that was unalive, they're not going to win. Nobody wins. A life was taken, okay? But this is up to the justice system, the people that investigate this. There are so many rumors, so much information flying on this case, and people are getting caught up in their feelings. Stop it, okay? Stop it. We all lose in this. A life was taken, whether there was a black life or a white life. It's a loss. We got to take that L as a country. We lost a life. Now, do not get caught up in a protest. I look. Damn it, don't do it. Don't fall into that trap. Because the segregationists of our world are trying to divide us. Okay? Look, this was horrible what happened. Who's right, who's wrong, whether they get the full justice or not. Okay? That's up to the court, that's up to God. Let's leave it there. Okay? Let's not separate ourselves as people. Black and white people, stop it. Okay, it's not us against them. This was a situation between two teenage boys. Okay, it's not a situation between two communities. Stop it. And this protest, protect white Americans. Stop that. Stop that. Stop it. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. Black people are not coming for white people like that. They're not. Black people might say some mean things, and they might even say some racist things towards white people, but they're not really going to come at you. It's all emotion. It's all emotion. Okay? Let the courts handle it. Let the investigators do their job. Okay? Let's not get in a thing about us against them. Let's not protest each other. Stop it. Okay? And listen to me, because this is a way to drive us apart. And if one side gets unfair justice, God will take care of it. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Let it go. Let's love each other. Carmelo Anthony and Metcalf, that has nothing to do with me and my family. That has nothing to do with you and your family. Okay? Who is right? Who is wrong? Let God handle it. Let's not hate on each other. Okay, well, he shouldn't have pushed him and he stabbed him, and then, well, he was bullied. I don't know what the hell's going on. So much information. Let it go. Let God handle it. Okay? There's a justice system we have. Is it fair? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Let's not get caught up in our feelings, because a white person is no better than the black person and vice versa. These are human beings. A person lost their life, and that's a tragedy. Okay? And that's what I'm going to say, because some people say, well, what's your opinion on this? Well, I'm not an investigator. I've heard so much stuff online. I don't know what the truth is and what it's not. Okay? But the truth will surface. Okay? Justice will be done. If it's not done in the courts, God will handle it. Let's not fight each other on a court case, on a situation that don't even involve us. Stop it. Stop it. White people, black people ain't going, they're not coming for you like that. Black people will harm black people a lot more than they will harm white people. I'm being honest. Okay? And truth be told, when it comes to unaliving each other and crime, we're pretty segregated on that. Okay? So stop. Let the courts handle it. Pray about it. Okay? Pray that God makes justice be done. Because in the Bible it says, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. God will take care of it. Okay? Don't get caught up in us against them. Stop it. Stop it. All sides, stop it. We don't need protest. Stop it. What we need is prayer. What we need is people coming back to God. What we need is character. What we need is love for each other. That's what we need. We don't need a segregated hatred campaign. We need to come together with love. Okay? Stop it. When I seen that sign, white people protect against black, stop it. Are there white people that are unjustly treated by black people? Yes. Are there some black people mistreated by white people? Yes. Let's not get caught up in a teenage fight that ended up in a stabbing. Stop it. It's not our fight. It's God's fight. The justice system is in there to do their job. Stop your opinion. Know what the facts are and shut the hell up. A life is lost. Was it just? Yes, no. Let the courts decide. And if it's unjust, God will fix it. Okay. All right, let me let that go because people are telling me, Roadrunner, what's your opinion? Roadrunner, could you speak on? I don't want to speak on this because I know how damaging it is. I don't want to give my opinion because I don't want to say, it, regardless of who I side with, if I side with the black, I hate white people. I'm a self-hater, and he unalived the white kid, and you're okay with unaliving, and then if I go with the white, oh well, you're a white supremacist. Shut up! Don't even ask me to comment on this shit. Now, if I'm an investigator and I'm seeing evidence, I can have more of a grasp. But I don't, so I won't. And if you're taking a side because that person has the same skin tone, you're fucked up. Stop it. Okay, enough of that. God. But I don't know why I get so many emails. Why do you want me to talk about this? I'm not an investigator. I'm not a police officer. I'm not a judge. I don't know really what the fuck is going on. Because I hear so much stuff. All I know is there's black people and white people saying hateful things to each other, and they had nothing to do with the case. Stop the fucking shit. God damn, do you want to go to segregation? Because I tell you, the quickest way to destroy our country is segregation. The biggest way to destroy everything we got in our way of life, okay, hate on each other. It's a sad situation. It's awful. Nobody wins. Nobody wins. Quit taking side and quit saying that evil shit out there. A life is lost. Let the courts decide whether it was just or not. And shut the hell up. That's my take on it. So tired of hearing this shit. It's bullshit. Okay. God. I don't know. I'm not an investigator. I don't know. Just leave it. I don't even want to comment. I don't want to pick a side because I pick a side, I destroy the other side of my country. I destroy the other side of who we are. Because get this straight, black people, white people were stuck together, and if you don't like it, that's your problem, and you are the problem. If we can't come together with love and respect, then we'll be destroyed. Nobody wins when we're separated. Don't do no, and white people, stay your ass at home. Don't go protest this shit. Take the high ground. Let the courts decide. Pray about it. If the black kid's wrong, then God will find it out. If it's not that, then God will find it out. I hate this us against them bullshit. And why can't we get out of this in 2025 is beyond me. Okay. All right, let me stop. Because I'm getting emotional. Because I'm not going to pick a side. I don't know all the facts. I don't. What the hell am I going to say? And then people comparing other cases, don't do that either. Let's get this one right. Let's not, George Zimmerman got away and just stand your ground law. Well, my opinion on that, George Zimmerman was a dumbass. That motherfucker, that asshole should have listened to the police and not pursued that Trayvon Martin. And if he would have done that, nobody would have been unalived. Here's the thing. I was sitting in my backyard the other day, and it was a beautiful night, and I sit out in my yard. I got 3 levels in my yard, right? And I was sitting on the porch, just sitting in my chair, kicking back. My wife made me some tea, and I was just Just have my personal time. These kids come jumping walls in the different yards, and they didn't see me. And I said, and then with my remote, because I had it connected to my house, I turned on the floodlights and it lit up like crazy. They freaked the hell out. They said, "Oh, Mr. Johnson, I'm sorry." I said, "No problem. What are you?" I said, "What are you kids doing? Why are you running around in people's yards? What are you?" And the thing of it was when I was younger, I used to do that dumb shit, run through people's yards and stuff, and they were doing that, and I kind of spooked them, and I told them, I said, "Look, I know you guys are out there having fun, you're doing your thing, but you know there are dogs in people's yards, you know, and where I live, we're all packing. We got look, everybody's got guns out here. It's funny, you live out in the middle of nowhere, you got guns. In the city, they don't. Go figure." But I talked to these kids, and they were teenage kids. They're being knuckleheads. Now, the way I approach them is not, "Hey, what are you doing?" Trying to be the protective police officer. They're just kids messing around. Okay. But I would say that the kids these days don't be doing the stupid crap we did when we were younger. Don't do that. You might get shot. You know what I mean? But I look at stuff, and but anyway, let me not. I don't want to go down this rabbit hole. I don't. The thing of it is understand. Okay, let the justice system work. Okay, and if it's wrong, then protest it. Okay, let the police do their job. Let the courts do their job. Don't get caught up in it emotionally. Let the let the law handle it. Now, if they're wrong and we see it, you could protest. Don't do it now. This is the wrong time. Okay. I don't want to see black and white people against each other. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please. I beg you, don't do that. Okay. It's okay to believe whether he's self-defense or it was unaliving. It's okay. Have your feelings. Have your opinion. But don't take to the street with emotions. Don't do that. Don't, please. And white people, black people ain't coming for you. Like, they're not hurting you. Look, I've dated interracial my whole life. From 1985 till I got married in 94. You know how many black men I've been in a fight with because of my interracial relationship? You want to know? Zero. I've never gotten a fight with a black man for being with a black woman. Did you know that? Now, I think black men aren't doing the right thing in today's world by loving black women like they should be loved. I believe that. I stand 10 toes down. But nobody has laid hands on me for loving a black woman. No black man has. I got to be honest. How many white men have put hands on me for me expressing my love for white women? I can't even count. I'm being honest. Being honest. Look, I got to be honest, even if it don't benefit me. I got to be honest. There have been white men, white boys, ever since my life that have laid hands on me because I look. I have a feeling for black women. I love black women. What can I say? I can't change it. I can't undo it. But I've never been in a fist fight with a black man because of a black woman. Never have. Now, I've had black men say horrible things to me and degrade me because I'm with a black woman. They've done that. But it's never got to physical. Well, white men, it has. But the strange thing, I tell you that, but you know what? After the last 10 years, I haven't seen a white man tell me I'm wrong for being with a black woman. In fact, I've had more white men say, how do you talk to a black woman? How do you have a relationship? What do you say? They're actually interested. The world's changing, guys. And there are so much more white men interested in black women. I have people emailing me say, hey, Roadrunner, I love your channel. How do you approach a black woman? You know how many white men email me telling me this? 10, 20 years ago, they're saying, hey, what are you doing? Okay, I can see some black women are attractive, but why would you marry one? I was told this stupid shit, but now I'm being bombarded. Roadrunner, how do I talk to a black woman? I have people at work. I have young and old say, hey, they don't call me Roadrunner. They call me by my name, Brent. Hey, what do black women like? What do I say to a black woman if I'm interested? You know how many times I'm told that? And I look back at my history, it's changed so quick, so fast. But that's a beautiful thing. And I tell them, just treat her like a lady. Just be kind. Just love her. I don't think there's a certain way you approach a black woman, white woman, Asian woman. I think women just want you to show love and respect. And if they're interested in you, they're going to embrace you. I mean, that's all it is. I don't think it's rocket science. You know, when I approach a black woman, the best success I had is when I open up my heart. And somehow I showed a little emotion because I do have a big heart. My father said, son, I love you. He says, you know, you got a big heart. You're kind of like your mom. You got a big heart. But he said, son, that is your strength and that is your weakness. Use it right. Use it right. And what did he mean by that? And I listened to my father tell me that, and I'm like, that's something I have in common with black women, because black women have a big heart. Black women, their heart is their strength and weakness. And I think that's why I could connect with my wife so good, because we both had a big heart. And that was our strength and weakness depending on who we're with. See, when I started dating, it was black women or nothing. And I stand solid with that. You know how much people hated me for that? You know how much crap I went through for that? And look, I went through this before I was a teenager. As a little kid, I thought Donna Summer was everything. I thought black women were amazing. And not everybody thought it was a cute thing that I thought that. Okay? But that's okay. That's where my heart is. That's where I went. And I've been blessed ever since. Okay? Things are changing. You know how white people look at black women? I know there's a scare tactic. Oh my God, if you date a white man, there's a structure of white supremacy and you got to compete for it. These Hotep idiots talk about this crazy stuff, making it up. And really, it's not that at all. Okay? And in fact, in the white community today, okay, black women are accepted like no other. Now, black men, the white community, the white families, like, I don't know. And it's not because of race. It's not because of hatred. It's because they see that pimp player type crap. They see black men out there degrading black women. So white people are like, oh, okay. And Asian people are like that, Hispanic too. But with black women, it's like they accept, they embrace it. Because what we're seeing in black women is black women are doing amazing things. Black women, we know they're getting their education. They're moving up in the corporate world. We see that. Okay? And not only that, black women are the most spiritual. And in my faith as a Christian, I see all kinds of black women. Okay? And look, Christian black women have been a part of my life since the beginning, really. And I'm not saying that, but that's my story, okay? But black women are doing amazing things on all levels, where you go to the professional level to the traditional level, okay? And because we're caught in a segregated mindset, a lot of us white men, and I'm not talking about me because I'm my own person, right? But I think a lot of white men, they would love to date black women. And it's not just the love to get the hook. It's not just the lust and get the hookup. They really would like to have a relationship. Okay? But they see so much of this toxic crap out there. So many of these pro-black Hotep women saying how god-awful white men are and how the black man is everything, that they're like, well, wait a minute. They look at us as evil, but the black man's everything to them. Why would I even take a shot? And that's the biggest reason. Black women, if you ask me, why don't more white men approach? That's why. Because we see that pro-black woman that looks like she'll fight the world for the black man. And we kind of internalize that. Okay, I don't have a chance. Even though I want to have a chance, I don't. Which ain't the truth. That's just one moment. Most black women that I've come across, they will date interracially. If you meet her standards. And what I mean by that, if she's attracted to you, okay, and you're a good man and you do right. Most black women will go with a white man that's a good man and does right and is a bit attractive, right? That she's attracted to. Even if she claims to be pro-black and black love, this and that, a lot of black women will open up their options if you're the right man. Okay? And it's not all about looks. Look, I think women would sacrifice looks if you're a man that's solid on your principle, hardworking, and you're a good provider and protector. I think black women would be okay. She might fantasize about Brad Pitt in his prime, but she gets the average white guy, but he's doing everything right. She'll be okay with it. And believe it or not, men are like that too. Okay, we might fantasize about the most beautiful woman, but if she loves us and has our back, we kind of, because it's more than looks. You got to be well rounded with love, right? And thank God for that, because I'm not the best looking guy, but my wife Sandy accepted me. Okay, I better stop. Okay. All right. But seriously, okay, you do right by black women, you find one that loves you, you don't even know what love really is till you experience that. I'm just saying. Okay.
Lies about you before even
Oh, this is a good look. This young lady, she makes such a good point. Listen to this, guys. Listen.
anybody who believes lies about you before even hearing your side of the story was already looking for a way to be against you. Do I need to say that one more time?
Yeah, you do. Say it one more
Anybody
time.
who believes lies about you before even hearing your side of the story was already looking for a way to be against you.
Right, right.
Do I need to
Did you
say that one
guys
more time?
did you guys get that? What she said? Let's hear it again, because I forgot.
Anybody who believes lies about you
All right, anybody that believes lies about you before hearing your side of the story
before even hearing your side of the story was already looking for a way to be against you.
was already looking for a way to be against you, right? So what she's saying is anybody that believes lies against you without hearing your side of the story was already looking for a way to be against you. Okay? That is such a true statement. Because if someone can believe a lie against you without hearing your side, well, most of the time, well, probably all the time, they don't want to. They already got it in for you. Okay, they're already looking for a way to be against you. Okay, but I love that video. That was a good statement. Okay, here's another one. Oh God, not this one. All right, that's later. All right. Sorry, guys. I got to go to timestamp for that stuff. Okay. Okay. Now, there are people against the swirl, right? There are people that'll tell black women, you get with a white man, he's going to fetishize you, lust after you. He might even unalive you. Yeah, just leave white men alone. It's just horrible what's going to happen to you. We've seen the swirl gone wrong jokers, right? We've seen the divestment gone wrong jokers. Okay? The thing of it is they'll look for a white man that's done something so evil and heinous, and they'll run with it. But they never cover a news story when a black man unalives a black woman. They won't touch that with a 10-foot pole, right? They just don't. But truth be told, there are evil people in all groups, right? That's why you got to be on your toes and choose right wisely. Okay? But this is a black woman I'm going to show you that is, she appears to be loving black women, black people, and black women don't go hunting for white men. It's going to be a disaster. Okay, I'm going to show this and I'm going to show you some news stories to debunk what she's saying. Okay? And the news stories I'm going to show you are sad. Okay? And the reason I show you this is to show you that black women that date men, white men aren't the only ones that will hurt you. Men in your own race will too. Okay? But anyway, let me show this video real quick.
Hey! Peace and love. I'm just out here in my backyard.
Sorry. Okay.
What's up? What's up? What's up, Black family? Peace and love. I'm just out here in my backyard. I'm here in Miami Beach, Florida. It's nice. It's nice, really nice day. You know, it's May. Black women, black women, black women. Oh yes, I'm talking to my black women. You gotta stop it. You gotta stop hunting for male white walkers.
The male white walkers. Be careful of the male white walkers. Is that what I'm a male white walker? Be careful, ladies. Let's continue.
I didn't got on the black men for hunting for the female white walkers. Now here you are hunting for the male white walkers.
Right? She's trying to keep it segregated, trying to keep the black family intact with black people. Black women, black men, that's what she's about. Okay? Beware of the white walkers. Okay, let's continue.
And when I say it is a cold winter for you, here we are in spring, almost getting ready to be in summer, and it is a cold winter for you black women. You gotta stop. Stop with the white men. They don't like you. But these are things that
Oh, yeah, the white men don't like you, but when you marry a white man, your marriage will last longer. But they don't like you. Oh, okay, I get it. Oh, okay. You see where this is going? She's villainizing white men like they're the devil. Okay? And I'm going to debunk this in the end, but let's hear her talk.
you already know, black woman. So beautiful, so chocolate, so bronze, so brass, so beautiful, so intelligent, highly educated, business motivated.
You know what I think? I think this woman wants a black woman. I I mean, do you guys get that vibe? Like, she's not just speaking to black women. She would love to be with a black woman. Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Can take care of about 30 families in one generation. You gotta stop it. I don't know why you hunting for the white man. You can't hunt no white man better than he can hunt. You need to stop it. These white men are unaliving you black women because, girl, I want to just go on and try something different. And then you going back. You going back to these cave-dwelling, translucent demons. You going back to their house. I don't get that. You going back to the enemy's home.
All right. First of all, why do white men have to be the enemy? We're really not the enemy. And cave dwellers? Okay. Look, when I married my wife, I didn't bring her back to my house. I bought my wife a house. Okay? I bought my wife 3 houses, to be honest. But I bought my wife a house. I didn't bring her back. Look, I didn't bring my wife to where I lived till I was married to her. Okay? But this is weird. But let's continue. Okay.
To do what? Because he already got in his mind what he's going to do to you.
Oh yeah, and a black man that takes you to his house, he knows what he's going to do to you too. Let's not play this game. Okay? There are men out there that will hunt women, okay, for a sexual desire or And sometimes it's not a sexual desire. Maybe they just want to get to know you, whether they're black or white. But she's saying that the white man's a predator. Well, black men are too. It's like saying white men are fetishizers and black men aren't. Like, really? Okay, let's continue.
He's taking you out of here. All on my news feed, I'm seeing black women being unalived, left and right, because you want to hunt for the male white walkers. You want to go hunting for the cave dwellers. You got to stop it, and you got to stop it right now. It's not doing nothing for you. It's no good. Black women, I need you to hear me. I need you to be listening with your heart, your soul, your mind, your ears. I need you to be listening. Stay away from the cave dwellers. Stay away from the white walkers.
Okay, let's stop right there for a minute. Stay away from the cave dwellers, the white walkers. Okay. Well, let's show this real quick. Here's an example of the cave dwellers, the white walkers.
We've got breaking news just into the Local 4 newsroom on that investigation into the murder of 3 people that were found inside a burned vehicle in Detroit. Well, tonight, Local 4 Investigates has uncovered some new information about the criminal past of the man facing that weapons charge that is tied to the case. Now, we've been digging into court files and prison records. I want to show you exactly what we found this afternoon. So take a look. This is Edward Redding. He is already facing a federal charge of felon in possession of firearm and is suspected in that triple homicide. So we got his prison records and discovered this. Look at this. This is a lengthy list of misconduct, 106 charges he was found guilty of while behind bars. Serious charges, including 5 cases of actually threatening behavior, 9 fighting incidents, 15 cases of destruction of property. Now, what really stands out, if you take a closer look at some of these things, we're talking about 8 incidents of assault resulting in serious physical injury, 3 involving staff. He has been in and out of prison since 2010 on crimes including armed robbery, carjacking, and felony firearm possession. So he is now back in jail, facing more potential charges tied to this triple homicide. We will take this information, make sure that we post it on clickondetroit.com so you can take a look at what we were able to dig up today. Meantime, Sunday, 3 bodies were found inside a burned-up car. They were Redding's 44-year-old ex-girlfriend and her mother, both shot in the head. And his ex-girlfriend's 9-year-old niece, also found with her throat slashed in the back seat. It is important to point out, Redding has not been charged with those murders of the 3 people that were killed. We are staying on top of this case. We'll bring you any updates as soon as we get them. And as we said, to see the documents that we were able to uncover today on his past, especially on what occurred behind bars, you can head to clickondetroit.com and check that out.
Okay. So this is an example of the cave walkers. Okay. The white men out there, because clearly that's a white man doing this, right? And this guy unalived 3 black women. Well, actually, it's a black dude, but okay. We'll go with the cave walker thing, okay? That makes more sense, right? Because she says, stay away from the white men. They're hunting you. And there's so many cases all over the place about white men taking black women's life. I think she missed this one. Okay, let's see this one here. Okay, God dang it, I hit the wrong one again.
And on your side.
Okay, let's see. This is another case of the white walkers, right? The cave dwellers.
WBRC Fox 6 News starts with breaking news.
That breaking news, these 7 people all charged with murdering a 20-year-old mother from Jasper. Someone found Mahogany Jackson's body on Monday in Birmingham after she had texted a family member that she had been kidnapped.
Our Bria Chapman was at a press conference held by Birmingham police this evening. The chief not mincing his words when discussing this case.
Scott Thurman describing the murder of Mahogany Jackson as disgusting and one of the most heinous crimes that he's seen throughout his career. And not only was Jackson shot and killed, she was also sexually assaulted by multiple people. Now there are 7 people under.
All right, let me stop there. You guys know about Mahogany Jackson, right? Okay, she did not open up her option. Mahogany Jackson was not with a white man. Mahogany Jackson kept it within the community, okay? But look at the people that assaulted Mahogany Jackson, okay? Let's look at these people. These are not White Walker cave dwellers. They're not white supremacists. Who are these people? This is in Mahogany Jackson's community. You see black women, black men that took the life of Mahogany Jackson. Okay? Did she hunt the white man? Did she? No, she didn't. She stayed within her community. And the people that harmed Mahogany Jackson were people that looked like Mahogany Jackson, which were black people like Mahogany Jackson. And one of these women had a sexual assault charge that actually sexually assaulted Mahogany Jackson. These males in there, you know what they did? They repeatedly raped her, pistol whipped her. Okay? This woman was violated sexually by men and women that look like her. But you're going to tell me, black women, beware of the white man. Really? Now, I'm not saying there aren't white men that will do horrible things to black women either. They're out there. Just look at the case of Sade Robinson, that creepy white dude, unalived her. And I have nothing against them putting that on blast because it needs to be. But it's not only white men that are harming black women. In fact, if you look at the statistics, overwhelmingly, black men unalive black women a lot more than white men do. Okay? Let's get that straight. Go look at the stats if you think I'm lying. Black women in America today, black women and black girls, is the biggest group statistically that are unalived, face domestic violence, okay, that are missing, that are human trafficked, more than any other group of women. When Malcolm X gave that speech, how black women are the most disrespected and unprotected back in, I think it was 68, right? Maybe I'm a couple years off. I don't know. But when he made that speech, it was so true back then. And it's more so true now. And here's the thing. The point I want to make about this is there are evil people in all racial groups. And get away from that propaganda that white men are going to just take advantage of you and hurt you, and like we're all just, anybody that's a white man's going to do this. That's a lie. Most men will not go that far with women of all races, right? But we have evil in all groups. But are these the cave walkers she was talking about? Did Mahogany Jackson, was she a case of swirling gone wrong? Is this swirling gone wrong? All you swirling or divestment gone wrong? Did you look at this case? Did you miss it? Did you miss it? I'm just saying. These are her friends. These are people she knew. These are people that were supposed to love and protect her, but yet they took advantage of her. Oh, but stay away from those White Walkers, right? Let's continue.
Arrest, facing charges for felony and capital murder and also kidnapping. And Chief Thurman says all of the suspects were acquaintances of the victim. And not only was she tortured to death, some of these horrific acts were recorded by those suspects.
Facts of this case are deplorable and sickening. Saddest of all, they were made public by the suspect's decision to videotape portions of this horrific act. We hope to shield Mahogany's family and friends by withholding specific facts surrounding the investigation. However, we have determined that Mahogany was a victim of sexual assault with murder and kidnapping. There's videos of some of these heinous acts taking place, and that's something that was a pivotal piece of the investigation.
And with 7 arrests in 48 hours, Chief Scott Thurman is commending the people of Birmingham, saying that you all answered the call. And now these suspects will await their day in court while Jackson's family prepares to lay her to rest, and they'll also honor her life tomorrow night with a vigil. Reporting in Birmingham, I'm Bria Chapman, WBRC, Fox 6 News on your side.
Wow. Well, what can you say? And this was what, a year ago? This is old news, right? But my point on this is you got these pro-blacks, which I don't think they're pro-black and wanting to see black people do great. That's not the pro-black I'm talking about. I'm talking about the pro-black that is so pro-black they turn into anti-white. And that spew this propaganda as if only white men can do this travesty, this ungodly thing to a black woman. Now, there are white men that are evil that have done this evil deed, yes. Okay? But overwhelmingly, there's a lot more black men that have done it to black women, that have unalived black women than white men have. Just for the fact that black women are the most race loyal, black women are the least likely to date and marry out. Okay? So when you warn the black woman of the white man, you better warn the black woman of the black man too. Okay? Because truth be told, people are evil and corrupt. People are sinful. Okay? And the way you can be better as a person is to do right. Like me, I'm a follower of Christ. I try to be Christ-like. I'll never get there, but I could be a better person. You get what I'm saying? We need to start loving the women in our community, whether they're black, white, Asian, whatever they are. God tells us that the woman is the treasure, the woman is the prize. You heard the story about the virtuous woman? It's not a man. A man cannot be the prize. A man cannot be the treasure. A man is the hardworking, rugged individual. And if you're not that as a man, well, truly, you are not a man. You are a beta dumpling that depends on women to carry you along. Just saying. All right. Now let's get back to the show. Let's get back to this woman warning black women about white men and warning black men about white women too. She's pro-blackity black to the whackity whack third power. Let's continue.
You do not need no white man. And don't give me no excuse. Oh, but black men, but black, I get on them all the time. You need to stay away from the white men. They're taking you up out of here.
No, they're not taking you up out of here. White men are marrying black women and having the most successful marriage in history right now. Okay? They're taking you up out of here to love you, provide for you, and be a partner in life with you. Okay? You look at me and my wife, this woman would be hell-bent warning my wife to stay away from me. Did I take my wife up out of here, out of the black community? No, I didn't. My wife came from the white community. More whiter than my white community. Boy, but seriously. Strong stud. I think she's a stud. I do. Yeah, she wants black women for her. I'm getting that vibe. I'm not saying she's a stud, but wow. She might have more testosterone than I have. I'm just saying. All right, let's continue. I shouldn't have said that, but let's go.
And you sitting up trying to cohabitate with the man that has been slaving our people, that has been raping our people.
Here we go. Back to slavery. Okay. Yeah, slavery happened. I get it. It was wrong. It was horrible. It was shameful. I agree with all that. But, she goes to that to keep black women away from white men. Okay. How many white people in America participated in slavery? I'm not talking about the ones that are 6 feet under. I'm talking about the ones today. I'm going to say 0. Okay. And you say, well, that was your ancestors. That's your blood. Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah. I am not my ancestors. I am my own person. Okay. And slavery, to be truthful, took place not just in America. I know some people think America invented slavery. No, they didn't. Slavery took place in ancient times. Okay. They did it in Egypt, the Middle East, long before Europeans got involved in it. Okay. Every continent, every country participated in slavery. Did you know that? Now, I'm not justifying what America did wrong. Don't get me wrong. I study history on slavery and racial situations, and I look. I got to be honest. I'm disgusted, and I'm ashamed, even though I didn't participate in it. I get it, but actually, with all that being said in the history, white men are actually loving black women more than white. I'm getting actually, with all that history, white men are loving black women more than black men are. White men are providing more for black women than black men are. Okay? And I'm being honest. Okay? Okay, what about the police? I got a hater on here. What about the police? I'm not the police, weirdo. Do you know white police officers, black women, and them disposed of them? I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever. Okay, let's continue.
This man has sexually assaulted all of our black women throughout history. And here you are, you want to go on dates. You want to kiss upon mouth. You want to text on phones and stuff. That's not your Prince Charming. You ain't got no white Prince Charming. See, this is from the Cinderella And the Little Mermaid, y'all didn't let them make a fool out of you. You ain't got no white Prince Charming.
Oh, yes, you do have a white Prince Charming. Look, let me tell you, I married my wife in what she's talking about, the Little Mermaid. Look, that Little Mermaid movie, I took my granddaughter to see that, me and my wife. We took our granddaughter, right? And you know what she said? She told me and my wife, she said, I love the Little Mermaid because she had the same family I do. And you know what that meant? Because if you watch The Little Mermaid, look, it was a black Little Mermaid. The guy she rescued was a white guy, which his father was white with a black woman, and the whole family was interracial, right? There were white and black people, light and dark people. My granddaughter's seen the family that me and Sandy created, right? That's our granddaughter. Me and my wife's children are biracial, okay? I'm white, my wife is black. My children are biracial. My eldest daughter is married to a white man, okay? My youngest daughter is dating a Mexican guy. But our family is it's a mixture of people. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Different people loving each other. Even though we look different, we love each other. I think The Little Mermaid was a beautiful movie because it showed love with different groups of people that look different. Okay? Why is that a bad thing? Why is it a bad thing that black and white people can't get together, have children, and we look different? Why do we got to look the same? What is that all about? Why do we got to be loyal to people that look like us instead of people that love us? I'm just saying. I mean, am I wrong in my thought process? Was I wrong for choosing a black woman to be my wife? Was I wrong for procreating with a black woman? Taking my European DNA and mix it with my wife that had African DNA and having biracial children and grandchildren, and we just love each other. And you know what? My granddaughter's seen something that was beautiful. She has a unique family that is like no other. Because most people stay with their own race. But you know what my granddaughter has? A grandfather that looks different from her grandmother. And her mom looks different from her dad. And her sister looks a little different than her. And my children look a little different from each other, even though, you know, they came from me and my wife, Sandy. What's wrong with that? Why is that such a bad thing? Why do we have to hate somebody that don't look like us? I'm just saying. What is the problem here? She's talking about white men are going do horrible things to black women. Well, do you guys ever watch the news? Do you ever watch channels in Detroit, LA, Chicago, St. Louis? A lot of these black women are not being unalived by racist, weirdo white guys. A lot of them are men that look like the women. And I'm not, and look, I'm not going in on black men exclusively, but what I'm saying is there are good and bad in every group. Okay? It's easy to point the finger than to take self-accountability. Okay? I'm just saying. Let's continue.
You stay with your black men. I don't care. You got to be with Day Day around the corner. Oh, well, at least Day Day ain't going to take you up out of here.
Wrong. According to the stats, more black women are unalived by black men. Yeah, Day will take your ass out of here. Okay? You are wrong. And the thing of it is, if she was going to be honest, she would look at all the unaliving cases. She would not nitpick with the white man to black woman. See, she's doing what these divestment gone wrong videos are doing. They pick a white man that is evil and does wrong to a black woman, and they run with it. They don't look at the other groups. They don't look at it, the black man that unalived his girlfriend because he got jealous, and they never tell the story about the black guy that stabbed his girlfriend in the head that had 6 daughters together, which was a black man loving on the black woman, loved her so much he took her life. They don't talk about that. And I'm not here to say, okay, you do more evil than we do, but look, let's be honest. Let's look at the data. Let's look at the percentages. You got a Sade Robinson, right? Unalived by a creepy white dude. Yeah. You got Mahogany Jackson that was unalived by not just black men, but black women too. Okay. You got this young black dude that unalived his girlfriend, her mother, and the niece, right? 9-year-old girl. He unalived 3 black women. From elderly to not even a teenager. But we're going to overlook that, right? We're going to overlook everything. We're going to just say, white men bad, black men good. Okay. But you do your research, it's going to hurt your feelings. Just saying.
But you want to go get with Tyler. You want to go get with Chad. You want to go get with Brad.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
They don't like you.
No, they don't like you. They love you. Look, I love my black wife. Do a story on me, young lady. See if you find some violence. You won't. Just saying.
You got to stop it, black woman. Now you over here trying to, here you are, you got all this melanin. And you sitting up there cave dwelling.
Cave dwelling, because you got melanin, you're cave dwelling. Isn't this some freaking, well, we can't say racist because black people can't be racist. I mean, isn't this some, I mean, does she even look at the news? Does she even look at the stats? Or does she only look at white men that do it, right? Yeah, I think J10, I think she is hurt and traumatized because you know what? The black men probably didn't do her right, but she's going to double down and try again. Okay. Yeah, sounds like Omar. It does. But I don't know how she missed Mahogany Jackson. Did she miss that case? I mean, does she look at the news reports across the nation, or does she only see when a white man does it? Sounds like it's selective condemnation to me. I'm just saying.
You got all of this African ancestry, and here you are, you hunting for snow walkers.
Black women, get you a snow walker. Don't listen to this this woman. Get you a snow walker. Get him.
I don't think so. It's time for black women. It's time for you to wake on up. You got your family to take care of. You got your people to take care of. That's where your mind needs to be. Your mind needs to be on taking care of your children. Your mind needs to be on making sure that your people is good. You need to be getting into the community. And you need to be on the front lines fighting for your children, right behind the black men. You sitting up here trying to find love. Don't no white man. No white man is ever in his life gonna love you the way he loves a white woman.
That's a damn fucking lie. Okay? I've never touched a white woman because I love black women so much. I've never been intimate with a white woman. And it's not out of hate. You're so full of shit, lady. That is a lie. Black women have always been my first choice. And there's a lot of white men out there like me. They don't want to be with Becky. There's a lot of white men that say, no, I want to be with a black woman. So what she's saying is a damn bold-faced lie. Okay? It is. I mean, look at the marriage stats. Look at the domestic violence stats. Does this lady do any research, or is it just all pro-blackity black? We're the best. White men evil. Don't stay away from black women. Be caught up in this 26% marriage rate, 78% out of wedlock birth rate. Stay with that, but stay away from the white man. The white man just might love you and provide and protect for you. I'm just saying.
That's her Prince Charming. Your Prince Charming is black men. I don't care how he is.
Oh, you don't care how he is. So listen to this, ladies. This woman is telling you, black women, your Prince Charming is the black man. And she don't care. That's what she's telling you, what your Prince Charming is. And she don't care how he is. She don't care if he has a job. She don't care if he's going to provide or soak up your resources. She don't care. You just got to get a black man, because that's what you're supposed to do, black women. You're supposed to just be loyal to the black man. You're just supposed to worship them and just, that's what you're supposed to. I guess that's what I'm getting.
At the end of the day, this is an epidemic. Now they doing this for sport. And they're going to get off. Black women, you need to stop. And you need to stop this right now. You need to stop hunting for white men. You don't need no white man. White men have brutally and brutalized black people throughout history. White
people have brutalized black people through history. But of course, no black people have brutalized other black people. Of course not. Yeah. It's only the white man. The white man's the devil, the evil one. But let's get to 2025. What are white men doing to black women? Raising their marriage rates, loving black women, being all in for black women. See, the thing of it is it's pro-black so much that she'll excuse every evil deed a black man does to make black women be race loyal. Okay? And we could go into slavery and Jim Crow and all that. Yeah, that's evil. But in today's world, what's that got to do with what we're doing today? And some people say, well, it has everything to do with because you're your ancestor. No, I'm not. I'm not my ancestor. Whatever they did is their sin to bear, not mine. They might have passed down a curse to me, but my sin is my sin. And the thing of it is what are black men doing for you today? If slavery and all this stuff happened, I get it. It was wrong, evil, and horrible. I agree. There were some horrible, evil white people did evil stuff. I agree. But where are those people in 2025? Where are they? Where? And with the history being known, why aren't black men marrying black women at a higher rate? Why are only 26% of black women married when they're the most race loyal? And just riddle me that, Batman. I just want to know. Why are 78% of black children born out of wedlock? Why is that? If you got to stay with the black man because that's what you're supposed to do, and white men are so evil, why are those stats the way they are? I'm just saying, because they can't look. You can't compare in 2025 when it comes to marriage stats. Black women, you are safer with a white man today. Statistically, you will have more wealth with a white man. You will have a longer marriage with a white man in 2025. You will, according to the stats. Black women, you're better off opening up your options in 2025. Now, 1845, I get it. It's a different world. Yeah, you had to stay together. I get it. We evil things were going on. I get that. But in 2025, what are white people doing to black people? Really, what are we doing? Are we enslaving you? Are we oppressing you? No, we're not. And in fact, white men that open up their options to black women, a lot of these white men are the most loving, most caring, and appreciate black women more than anybody else. Black men are not marrying black women today. Okay? So you can go back to that struggle situation and all the evils that white men did, and I don't deny it. I can't. The truth is truth. But the thing of it is, in today's world, white men are treating you better. Let's be honest. Okay? I'm going to drop this lady down. Okay, I'm done hearing from her. Her message is white men bad, stay away, choose the black man, and you're going to be better off. I guess that's what she's saying, right? Even though you're going to have the highest out of wedlock birth rate, even though you're going to have the lowest marriage rate, the least lasting marriage rate, but black love, right? Is black love really a thing? Does it exist? I wish it did. I really do. I want to see black women be the most married group of women on the planet. I love black women that much. And even if they just go strictly black men and they don't love us white men, at least they would have the best option. If the men were good men and married them, right? But that ain't the case. Anyway. Okay. Guys. All right. I know I've been talking almost 2 hours. Okay. And the thing of it is people are attacking the swirl. Okay. They're attacking swirling. They're attacking investment. They're attacking divestment. They're attacking black women that open up their options. Okay? This is happening all over the place. You've seen the stud tell us how black women need to stay away from white men, right? I don't know if she's a stud. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I just caught that vibe. I don't know. But seriously, they're telling you to stay away from white men because we're so evil. We're cave dwellers. We're so dumb, and we don't know what we're doing. But yet we control the world with white supremacy. That's the weird thing I've heard from black people say, that white people are just the bottom of the barrel, but yet they control the world with their white supremacy. Like, what? I just, have you guys heard that? I heard someone say that, and I'm like, okay, so we're the dumbest, but yes, yet the most brilliant. And white supremacy is not brilliant. I don't support that. But what I'm saying is, they think white people have the power to push white supremacy worldwide, which is a lie. Black men prefer white women. Yes, they do. And that's okay. Look, if black men want to be with white women, I support you. Black men, go get you a white woman. Please do it. Okay? I think you need to do it more often, because maybe more black women will open up their options and find that there's other men instead of the black men. Maybe they get out of that black male worshiping thing. You know what I mean? And women don't worship nobody. Don't go from worshiping the black man to worshiping the white man. Don't do that crap. I've seen some black women do that crap too. No, we're not to be worshiped. You worship your God. You don't worship men. Men are just men. There are good men and bad men, okay? And don't get away from a black Dusty to get a white Dusty either. Okay, dust goes in all colors. Okay. All right. Okay, now the thing I want to go in, and I know my haters are watching this. They've been watching for a while, and I kind of dragged them on for, no white dust. You don't want white dust. You don't want black dust or Asian dust. No dust. Okay. Guys, there's been something going on, and I've been attacked lately. Okay. Which I've been attacked pretty much from the same people that's been attacking me for over a year. Okay. There's this guy, and look, what I'm about to tell you is something that's happened in the past and something that's happening in real time. And I'm going to tell you this. Now, the names have been changed to protect the guilty. Okay. I'm not going to give out their real names, but they're going to know who I'm talking about. And people caught up in this mess know exactly who I'm talking about. Okay? I'm going to talk about someone that's named Mr. Okay? I'm going to call him Mr. Otis. Okay? And his partner, which is a woman that's hateful, that has attacked my wife for no reason. And I might call her the Maytag cleanup lady. Okay? So you got Mr. Otis. Okay, his real name is Mr. that rhymes with sucker. Okay? But we're going to call him Mr. Otis. And Maytag the cleaning lady. Okay, these people have been attacking me for over a year. Okay, this Mr. Otis has made over 80 videos about me, attacking me. He's even attacked my wife, and I don't know why he's got to go in on my wife. My wife don't, the only thing she says on the internet is how much she loves me, but I guess you got to be attacked for that because I'm a white guy. And this Maytag cleanup lady has been encouraging people to attack my channel, to attack me, even though I've left these people alone. Okay? And I've tried to just let it go and live my life, do my thing, but they won't let it go. Okay. They hate me because I'm married to a black woman. They don't like that. They're very pro-black. They're so pro-black, they're anti-white. Okay. They're those kind of pro-blacks. Okay. And they've been attacking me since, I think, over a year. Mr. Otis has been making over 80 videos about me. And what he does is he takes your videos, he chops it up. He don't play the whole thing what you're saying. He cuts it so people don't get the full aspect on it to try to make you look bad, right? That's what he does. You know, and I've been faced with this. And, you know, I tried to let it go. I tried to just ignore it, but they don't stop. It's weird. It's like they're just fixated on me, you know? And recently there was a video that was pushed, okay? And this pro-black channel, you know, did a review on my video, which was a beautiful video, is talking about fighting for the black woman, talking about how much I love black women. And, you know, I talk about how much I love my wife. And I was talking about fighting the good fight. You know, when you're in an interracial relationship, there's always somebody that don't like it. Okay. So you got to fight the good fight for the one you love, right? That was my video. But they decided to review it. And of course, it's a pro-black channel, so they didn't have the highest marks for Roadrunner. And that's fine. I don't care. But why are they talking about Roadrunner? I'm Swirl to Investment. They're pro-black. Okay. I mean, what? I don't know. I don't even talk to these people. But anyway, let me add this real quick. Okay, let me take it to the timestamp because I'm not going to play their whole video, but listen to this, ladies. Okay, and tell me what you think. I do not know these people. Okay, and I'm not coming for these people. I'm not. I mean, they can have their beliefs and do what they want. That's cool. There's no shade. But I just found it interesting they've reviewed my video. And I know why they did, because it's coming from people that hate me. Okay, let's continue. And yeah. And this is coming from...
Okay. And now they're nowhere to be seen to support him. So I find that funny.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm saying he fell for Big J's bullshit. He let Big J get in his head.
Since we got some black,
let that.
I'm gonna support. We're supporting women today, so I'm gonna play this. So one of your the best people in it. Well, I don't know if he's technically in the. I guess he is in the negaverse. I guess
the inverse. I guess I'm in the inverse. What he's saying. Okay, let's continue.
He's talking about black women a lot, but this guy really does is fighting the war for y'all, you know, and you know, I think that's good. So
who is that?
What are you talking about?
Shout out to Roadrunner.
Shout out to Roadrunner. That's me. Okay, let's continue.
Oh no!
Choose the black woman fight. The good fight. Love the title.
He's married to a black woman too.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he got a.
He loves being married to a black woman.
Yeah, correct. I do love being married to a black woman. Yes.
You guys better take notes.
Yeah, he's happy.
That's what I want to talk about.
But I want to hear. I want to hear what I
this video, and I want to talk about having the best. Okay, in life, if you want the best, you got to work the hardest.
Amen.
If you want the best, you got to go through the most.
Amen. Yes.
Okay? And when it comes to dating and marriage, black women are the best option. Okay, and I know not everybody feels the same way I do, but from my life experiences and from what I've seen and from data that I've researched, black women are the best option. Okay, Us as white men, when we open up our options, our marriage rates goes up more so than with white women. Okay, and with me, I've always felt that black women were the most beautiful women, and I've been in love with black women all the way back when I was a child. Okay, and some people say, well, it's lust. You're just into something different. You got a fetish, all this stuff, and that ain't it at all.
With apartments.com capturing
ads. So he's been liking the black women.
Oh my God, you have premium. Jeez Louise.
Play my link, so
You are not the Sith Lord
Right?
if you don't have premium.
But the love I have for black women goes deep.
Crazy.
Okay.
Look at
and I tell you that I've had love for black women before I could even desire them. And this goes way back as a child. And
okay, wait. So do y'all believe when he was a child, he was like looking at the black girls at school? Is that what he's saying or what?
no. He's just trying to get money.
Oh, okay. Now you hear this. Do they believe that? He's just trying to get money. Okay. But anyway, let's continue.
Red, you see, yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. Red, what do you think?
I think he's telling the truth because that's what black men say about when they date interracially.
Okay.
You know what? And she's absolutely right. I am telling the truth, but I think black men are like that too. If you have an attachment, you're going to love who you love. That's who you're going to be attracted to. And I am telling the truth. I've been in love with black women before I could desire them. And what I mean is, as a child, 4 or 5 years, my mother said I was clingy to black women when I was barely walking, but I don't remember that far back. But yeah, it is true. And that's okay. I mean, all right.
Okay. Cool.
Don't sit up here and lie today.
He's just trying to get money.
But he actually is married to the black. His wife is black, and they seem happy though.
It's easy for a white man, especially a bottom shelf bred, to get married to a black woman.
Okay, you hear what that guy said? His name is what is his name? Triple X. Okay. He said it's easy for a bottom shelf Brad to get with a black woman. So these are pro-blacks, right? And they're supposed to be about black love. And I'm the bottom of the barrel, according to him, right? And it's easy for me to get with a black woman. So what he's saying is, this white man ain't shit. And black women, it's easier for him to get with you. So he pretty much dissed, not just me, but the black woman. Did you guys get that? And I'm surprised that the black women didn't check him on that. Like, what the fuck? Okay, if this is a bottom shelf Brad, why is it easy for him to get with black women? Wouldn't that? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm trying to get in their shoes, right? And the pro-blacks always say, I'm the bottom shelf Brad. Okay. Well, it feels pretty good at the bottom. Okay, let's continue.
Oh, really?
He probably disenfranchised, no job. Probably a former drug addict. She was the nurse at the rehab.
You say he's a from
That is some fuck.
Okay, and listen to this Triple H idiot, right? I think his name's Brian. He says that I'm probably a recovering drug addict, right? And I was a nurse. So was I treating myself if I was a drug addict and a nurse? Like, what is this? Okay, but this is what and I would say this Triple H, this Brian dude, and I'm not going to say he was a drug addict or try to project stuff on him, but what I will say by the way he's talking is he's insecure. He feels a certain way about me. Okay, very insecure. Everything he says is the most negative thing I could be. He don't even know me, right? But I would say this Triple X Brian weirdo. Let me tell you something, bro. You want to know where I'm at? I never did drugs my whole life, unless you count alcohol. Okay, I drank beer and wine. That's the closest I came to drugs, right? Okay, but I never did marijuana, cocaine, or none of that crap. Okay, so I was never a drug addict, first of all. Okay, and today in today's world, okay, I do very well. I'm retired Army. I served in 3 combat deployments. Okay, and I got a really good job. I ain't going to tell you what that is because people like the docs. But did you know I make about $125,000 a year? Just me, not counting my wife's income. Okay? And you know, only 6% of black men make that in this country. Okay? So before you call someone a bottom shelf Brad, I think you need to do a little research, Brian Triple X. You know, you're caught in your feelings. You're insecure. It's obvious. You don't have to project and make up some kind of character I am and you, oh, I know them because there's mannerisms. No, you don't know shit. You're delusional, you're self-projecting, and you're an idiot. Okay? I'm just going to say you can't compare to what I've accomplished. I'm pretty confident I could say that. I don't even know you. But just how you talk with your insecurity, I'm pretty sure I could do a lot better than you. I probably make 3 times what you do. I probably pay more in taxes than you make. Okay? I actually paid $38,000 in taxes last year. I'm just saying. Me and my wife almost made $200,000. But yeah, but I'm a bottom shelf Brad. Yeah, okay. All right. What have you done for our great nation? I served 20 years in the military, 3 combat deployments, and I do very well. So go ahead and if it makes you feel better to degrade me and make up a fantasy, go ahead. Let's continue.
You got a whole scenario.
Trust me, I've seen it over and over.
Yeah, he's seen it over and over. Subject matter expert, subject matter idiot.
Wait, are you getting that? Is it the gap teeth that they're telling you that he?
No, you can tell by his mannerisms. He probably used to be a drug addict.
Larry say the gap tell it all.
Yeah, you know what's funny about this whole thing? Okay, this is a pro-black channel, and I know my buddy Mr. Otis was having a ball on black women saying how talking about my gap teeth. Okay, yeah, I got gap teeth. Okay, that's how God made me. You know what? And I got a really great dentist, and my dentist, he wanted to fix my so-called problem. But I don't see it as a problem. This is who I am. This is how I've been created. My teeth work very fine. I got good teeth. They just got a gap. Okay, oh well. Some people in Africa look at it as a beauty thing. And you know what? What's crazy about the gap teeth thing is most people I've seen with gap teeth are black people. But yet they attack the gap teeth thing. Yeah, it's like the colorism thing, right? Black people are the darkest, have the darkest shade of skin from all groups of people, but yet they attack dark-skinned black people. I don't get it, but go ahead, make fun of my gap. I love my gap. My wife loves my gap. You know, the woman I work with at work, she's Nigerian. She's got a gap. She likes my gap. She likes her gap. But okay, roast me on my gap. Oh God, please don't hurt my feelings.
You can tell by the
I didn't even know
mannerism.
he had a gap. You see what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Okay.
People say, well, that's kind of weird. You only want to date black women and you married a black woman and it's black women or nothing. And I'm being honest, okay? And I just felt that there was more of a connection with black women than any other group of women. I always felt that there was something there. Now, not all black women like me. I'm not saying that, but the ones that had love for me, there was a connection. There was something special. There was like black women have a certain beauty, and it goes
That's
deep. And it's
right.
not just their physical beauty; it's what's inside their heart. If you find a black woman that loves you, God, you'll know it. And
Okay.
it's the most beautiful thing ever.
Hey,
It
yeah, good
is.
question.
It
Would
is.
y'all marry Roadrunner, Arvin and
Okay, here's a weird thing. He was asking, "Would you marry Roadrunner?" Like I'm a married man, right? I've been married for May will be 31 years, right? Why would somebody ask that? Like, would you? I mean, first of all, I'm a stranger to these people. Would you marry a stranger? That's stupid. I'm just saying. And then, but what are they reviewing my video for, to see who would marry me or to review my content? Like, what is this? But this was supposed to be the big diss that Mr. Otis was going to show on me and make me feel, I guess, hurt my feelings. Oh, okay. This is so comical. I mean, but let's continue. This is silly.
Not for me.
Red?
He's not for me.
No?
He's not for me.
Oh, okay. How about
Thank
you, Red?
you,
How about
Tara.
how about you, Red? You going for
Who?
it? You
Go
going
where?
for it?
Go
For him.
with who? With who?
With him. With Roadrunner.
With this, who is Road? This is Roadrunner.
That's
This
him. That's
this
him.
guy right
You know what's funny is this woman, this Red or whatever, she said that, yeah, he's got a black wife too. And then they're saying, would you go for it? And she said, for what? Roadrunner. Who's that? She don't know my name, but knows I got a black wife. That was like hilarious. I'm like, really? But look, I'm in a this pro black channel took my video, and of course they're not going to give me favorable. They're not going to show me love, you might say. So it's like, okay, would you marry this guy? Well, first of all, you shouldn't be asking if you 31 years of marriage. You don't ask that. And if you're going to say that, would you date him, give him a chance? Maybe that'd be a better question. But why would you even ask that anyway? I mean, from a married man, I'm married to a black woman. Why? I guess to let me know that white men, black women don't like you. I guess that's what it is. Well, coming from a pro-black platform, I don't expect to be loved over there. I mean, come on. That would be like me trying to get a date from the Black Panther Party. It just ain't going to happen, right? But anyway, I mean, the thing of it is, this was supposed to be a big diss that, Mr. Otis was going to show me, okay, pro-black women aren't interested in me. That's okay, because why would I be around pro-black women? I would be, and if I was single, I'd be around women that are swirling or divested women, right? Because that would make sense. Why would I go to a pro-black sector? I mean, oh, okay. But anyway, let's continue. This is just hilarious.
here.
No.
Not for me. I just,
Not for, no.
But what
not
about
for
black
me.
love though? What about black love?
I believe in it. I believe in black love.
Okay. Just not the white chocolate love. Okay.
It's never been. I've never been interested. It's not any specific reason. Just I prefer black men.
Larry said, "Not for me. I'm indifferent." All right.
I never been with a white woman. I still get cooked for not being with a white woman.
Yeah, but you wish you could. They're triple X dumbass.
I'm not attracted to them.
I'm
you get
not.
cooked by who, Brian? Who you get cooked by?
I got cooked on Reg's panel for that.
For what?
I said I never been with a white woman. They was going in on me. This was years ago.
Oh, okay.
I just wasn't.
Okay.
Play my link before I leave.
You know, people have thought I was weird in my life because when I started dating in '85, you know, my first girlfriend was a black girl, and I never looked back. I opened up my options right out the gate, and you know, that was back in '85 when I was in high school, and you know, I got married in '94 and been married. Well, next month will be 31 years.
Damn, nice.
And yeah, nice. Yeah, can you guys match that? Can Black Love match my Swirl love of 31 years? You know, people thought it was weird that I like black women, that I was attracted to black women, and that's who I wanted to be with. But that's where my heart has been. And you know,
all right, I'm not gonna play all this shit, but you know, at least Roadrunner is, you know, in the fight, you know, for yeah, he's in the fight for you. So
that is wonderful. That's a very long marriage. That's wonderful.
Yes, it is. Brian, you keep bothering me about this.
You're gonna use it. You might use it.
Hey, Brian Triple X, you want to thank me for my tax dollars paying your welfare and well, maybe I shouldn't say welfare, but your government subsidies, because I know my taxes are more than you make in a year. I'm just saying. But I'm a drug addict, but I make $125 a year alone. I mean, I couldn't make it through military and making what I do being a drug addict. I just couldn't do it. I mean, maybe Brian can do it. Maybe he can do it. But anyway, the thing of it is they reviewed my video, and this was supposed to be so tragic, and black women don't like you, Roadrunner. That's what Mr. Otis told me. And, you know, he made a picture of me, like, you know, making me like 800 pounds and, you know, looking just horrible. He did a cartoon, right? And I thought it was funny. It was cute. Okay. But, you know, the thing of it is there's two people pushing it. I would say three people pushing this, trying to get people to attack me, Roadrunner, okay? Trying to get these pro-black channels to go in on me, okay? I guess they found one, but, you know, no shade to this channel, whatever. You know, they made fun of me, my skin tone, called me cottage cheese, you know, saying that it's black love for them. And hey, I'm not against them. They can be what they want to be. And me not being their type, that's great. But why do you have me over on the pro-black sector? Why do you got my video asking pro-black women what they think about me? That don't make sense. You know what I mean? Does it make sense? That would be like me bringing white women, you know, reviewing a white woman's channel, say, or a black man's channel, say, black women that are divested, would you date this black dude? Black women that only want to be with white men, would you be interested in this black dude? That don't make sense, right? So why am they bringing me over there? Like, you know, and I have no problem with people loving who they love. And if they don't see me as that, that's cool. But you could just see on this. These people know who I am, but then act like they don't know who I am. And that's fine. I don't care. Black love is what they want. So why are they even reviewing my channel? I never got that. But it was something that these three characters have that have decided to attack Roadrunner, the white man with the black woman. Okay, and I'll tell you who they are. It's well, I'm going to keep the names different to protect the guilty. Okay, one of the guys is Mr. Otis. Okay, his name rhymes with sucker. Okay, he's hated me for over a year. He's made over 80 videos on me. Okay, he's the kind that he can't exist with someone with a different opinion, so he tries to harass. Okay, him and his Big Mama Maytag partner, they harass people they don't agree with. They're very pro-black. I think they're the ones that are so pro-black they're anti-white. I just, and they hate me. Oh my God. They just won't leave me alone. Okay. And this comment here, I'm going to show you this. Okay. And this person, May the Alchemist or whatever, I call her the Maytag cleanup lady. Okay. She says all this PWT. Okay. Pathetic white trash is what she's saying. He cussed me out last year because I told him for a white man he is subpar, less than, not measuring up. Cussed me out for 4 hours. This is what this Maytag cleanup woman said. The truth is I went in on her and I was pissed at her because she attacked my wife. Okay? I don't care if she thinks I'm subpar or whatever, or calls me white trash, pathetic white trash, whatever. That's what bigoted pro-black women do. Okay? I don't care about that. But when you attack my wife, and listen to me, Maytag, you know what I'm talking about. You attack my wife. That's what I had a problem with. I could care less. You could talk about me being pathetic, white trash, whatever. Knock yourself out. But leave my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. Okay? You know you're wrong. Okay? I don't care what you think. Okay? I don't. Okay? You're pathetic. You've been attacking me. You've been encouraging other people to attack me. Big Mama Maytag, you have. Okay? And why, I don't know. I went in on you because you attacked my wife, and then I let it go. But you still can't let go. You still got to come in on me. You're still focused in on me. Why? If you're living such a great life, leave me the hell alone. Go away. Go and this woman, she has a channel, and she's got a little over 200, but talks like she got 18 businesses and all this stuff. But she makes videos driving through neighborhoods, filming people's houses and people walking the dog and fantasizing about knowing people and how much they make. It's really creepy. It's really, oh my God. And she does this. And it's like, do what you got to do. And then she was boasting about buying a truckload of dirt. Like, that's a flex. I'm just like, wow. Talk about dusty. This is a Dustina like no other. But she hates me. And I don't know why she would encourage people to go in on me. Look, there's people I don't like on YouTube. There's people I can't stand, but I never say, hey, this person I don't like, you need to attack them. I don't do that. If I have a problem, I go in on them. Okay? I don't try to involve other people, but she does. She's been, and people on my channel, okay, and some of the pro-black people that I have a truce with tell me these things. Yeah, you know what? I can have a dialogue with someone that totally disagrees with me, that tells me this stuff. That's the beautiful thing about, if you can agree to disagree, but be cordial. Yeah, this person has encouraged people to attack me. She's thrown my name out there. I've never thrown her name out. I just checked her attacking my wife. That's all I had a problem with. If you want to think I'm bottom shelf or whatever, or white trash, go ahead. Knock yourself out. If that makes you feel good. Okay? But take your Maytag trashy ass out of my life. Okay? Do your thing. I'll do mine. Stay the fuck away from me and my family. Okay? And don't you ever say nothing about my wife. Okay? How about that? Does that make sense? Okay? And Mr. Otis, you leave my wife's name out of your fucking mouth too. Okay? You're pathetic. You're obsessed with other people you don't agree with. Okay? And look, the black men, they're not doing what they're supposed to, Mr. Otis. I wish I could say they were great and doing wonderful things. Maybe one day we can say that. But today they're not. And you're a perfect example of what a beta dusty is. You harass people. Your content sucks. You rely on other people's content to create drama for your stupid channel. You're pathetic. Okay? And it don't matter if you make 80 videos of me like you've done or 800,000. I'm still going to do my thing. And even if you were able to get rid of me, the truth in your life still stands. You're pathetic. Okay? And women don't find a man that harasses people attractive. They don't. Okay? And you're supposed to be getting married. Focus on your future wife and leave people the hell alone. Because I'm going to tell you, there are people that aren't going like you in life. There are people that disagree with you. And you can't force people out because they don't agree with you. Okay? You can't. No matter how much you harass people, no matter how much crap you say, no matter how many times you go in on me or other men that you are women, okay? But it's pretty pathetic. You took my video that was reviewed and you called me, what'd you call me? You said I was a pervert. What, for loving black women? Showing love and respect? Being married to a woman for 31 years, which you don't like me saying. You hate it. Because you could never accomplish that. You never could. You never will. You're the pervert. You're the one going in, messing with these women online that don't want nothing to do with you. That's why you attack them. Because you can't have them. Okay? You need to be a little more mature. Okay? You need to grow up. You need some home training. Mr. Otis, you need home training. Okay? You going in there picking on Alex, because he stutters. He's got more heart and more character than you'll ever have. Okay? What you need to do with your Big Mama Maytag girlfriend is you two need to get together and leave people the fuck alone. You're pathetic. You're a loser. All you can do is make videos on people and chop up videos and do this and make it sound like something it's not. You can't show the whole video, can you? And I've tried to let it go. I've tried to just forget and let it go. But you can't. Because you wish you were me. You wish you were like me. You do. Let's be honest. And the thing of it is, is you need to grow up. You need to have some maturity. And maybe you didn't get home training. Maybe you were coddled as a child. And maybe you can't take corrective criticism. Maybe you can't take accountability. Sounds to me like you got a participation trophy and thought you would win on life just on that. You're 40 fucking years old. You haven't been married, and you probably never will be. Okay? And stop trying to give men advice on marriage when you've never been married. I've been married 31 years. Okay? I got children, I got grandchildren, I built a legacy. Okay? My community is thriving. What's going on in your community? Mr. Pro-Black man, what are you doing? What's great about, you say you got degrees. What are you doing with those degrees? Tell you what, I make a lot more money than you do and have less degrees. But I'm more hardworking. I got more character, more integrity. That's the truth. Leave these women alone, okay? They don't want you. Okay? Quit being so damn thirsty. And quit going on these women's boyfriends and shit. That is so fucking pathetic. A real man would not do that. And stop attacking my wife, okay? That's not a good look. That's beta dumpling vibes. But you are a beta dumpling. You're a dusty dumpling. And you know what? You, from your actions, have lowered what I think about black men. Because you're a black man, right? You're the worst piss poor example of black men. And in fact, you make Dusties look good. You're so pathetic. But grow the fuck up. Okay? There's more to life than YouTube or social media. Someone ain't going to agree with you. Someone might say you ain't shit. There's a lot of channels that talk about white people or white men ain't shit. You know what I do? I don't watch it because I don't care. Because I know who I am as a man. I know what I've done for me, my family, my wife, my children, my grandchildren. And you know what? It don't matter what people think of white men. Who gives a shit? I'm my own person. Maybe you should do that too. Okay? And I'm speaking to you man to man, right? Stop your harassment. It's just stupid. It makes you look weak and pathetic. And by the way, if you're going to do a video on rodeo, I know that was your first one and it shows. You might want to show some bull riding where they at least stay on the bull for 8 seconds where they can get a score. Okay? Maybe you should research a video before you do it. Okay? Because I know there was some good bull riding in that rodeo, but you're too dumb to show the good stuff. It'd be like me going to an NBA game and videotaping, videotaping someone going up for a dunk and missing it. It's just stupid. I mean, that was the worst rodeo. I'm like, yeah, they open up the gate, the guy's flying off the bull right away. Like, okay. And sometimes that happens. You know, even to the world champion bull riders, they sometimes fall off. You know, it's not easy riding a bull. I get it. But maybe you should do some research on life itself. And instead of being a beta dumpling and getting mad at what people say, because we know you're sipping for the black man. I mean, you're cyber slurping for them, you know, because you can attack black women, no problem, you know. And, you know, you got your Maytag girlfriend, you know, and the thing of it is she's pick me compliant. Okay. She says I'm at the bottom of the barrel. She's truly at the bottom of the barrel. Even black men, spaces don't want her. Even the fucking manosphere dudes are like, get away, get away, get away. Even the people in our group. But I'm at the bottom. Okay. Well, it feels good at the bottom. Because you know what? I do much better than you and your girlfriend. I do. It feels good. But I tried to leave you alone. I tried not to talk about you because I know you don't have the common sense. You don't have the intelligence to understand what's going on. And you damn sure haven't been held accountable because you're so emotional. You're so worried about what I say about black men, even though I read off stats. If you don't like what I say, why don't you go to the people that do the studies? Why don't you attack them? But instead of making yourself better, you lash out, have an excuse, and attack the guy that's repeating data. But I'm telling you, I have more success with a black woman than you ever will. Facts. Even if you had the same years of marriage, you'd be in your 70s, dude. You won't get married. Because you know why? You're not responsible enough. You're so focused on yourself. You have an ego that you can't even back up. So do your little dusty videos. Go to Phoenix again. Take pictures of price tags on shoes. Make us think you're living your special life, which I call the fragile life. Mr. Otis's fragile life. Yeah. I'm more successful than you, Mr. Otis, and I know it. You suck. Straight up. You need to get together with Big Mama Maytag. And you could be Big Daddy Dusty Dumpling. Look, marriages in the black community don't last that long. Maybe, she might be on the market in a couple of years. She likes you because you have no character and you spew lies. So, that's what she does. But anyway, okay, let me stop. I'm being too extra tonight. But those are the people. And to the young man that reviewed my video, hope you enjoyed it. No shade to the women. I know you're for black love. That's cool. But all I ask is you give me respect, I'll give you respect. Okay? People go for who you love, who you want to be with. Do that. The world would be a much better place if we did that. Right? That's all we need to do. And Mr. Otis, I'll be more kind. You want me to say something good about black men, because I'm so mean to them. And you don't agree, okay? I'll give you a name who I want you to look up. Because you know who Tupac is, right? I want you to look up the name William Henry Johnson. Look, that's a man of character, right? That's who you should aspire to be like. William Henry Johnson. All right, Mr. Otis, look him up. All right? Look up the 369th Infantry. Do you know about them, Mr. Otis? Do you? Are you just focused on the white man that don't tell you what you want to know? Or don't give you praise just for being there? The days of the participation trophy are over, dude. I know you didn't have home training. Come on. Because all you know how to do is harass people. You don't know how to leave people alone. You don't know how to deal with other people's opinions. And I'm trying to be nice. I can make a cartoon picture of you with your high hairline. Well, you know, maybe I ought to send you a kit from Hair Club for Men. You know, how about that? Would you like that? Because you got a hairline like Pebro Bryson, man. Like it's going in the middle of your head. Maybe you ought to not put that do-rag on so much. Maybe that's contributing to your male pattern baldness. And no shade to that. Some men have that. Okay. Yeah, that's true. A drug addicted won't stay married 31 years. You notice how that beta Dusty Dumpling Brian said, "Oh, he's a drug addict and he's a nurse," and they're like, dude. Sometimes these Dusties, they just spew stuff out. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like, yeah, if I'm on drugs, people that are on drugs don't stay married 31 years. People on drugs don't make 125 grand a year. People on drugs don't spend 20 years in the army during 3 combat deployments and make it home alive if they're on drugs. People on drugs don't have children that are all college educated. They just don't. But see, here's what these Dusties do. They project, okay? And the thing I found out is there are a lot of black dudes that are insecure and they get jealous when they see a white man with a black woman. And it don't matter. He could be a guy my age or a young white guy, or they just don't like it. And especially they don't like Roadrunner because I've been married 31 years. I'm consistent. I'm hardworking. Okay? And if Mr. Otis would, instead of hating on me, listen to me, he might learn something. You know, he might say, you know what? Maybe I need to do better. But, you know, he's used to that participation trophy. You know, hey, thanks for participating. Now you're the winner. And he thinks that's what life is. You know, the dude's like a damn freaking a faker Jack Joker, right? The guy that's got a nice car but a shitty apartment. The guy that puts on an image instead of puts on, you know, a realistic life. I mean, a guy that expects the woman to do everything but can't do shit. I mean, but this is what these pro-blacks do. And I'm telling you, Maytag, the cleaning lady, Mr. Otis, they've been going around trying to get people to attack me. And there was another black dude that, you know, I had a good relationship with. And, you know, we roasted each other. We went back and forth. And this dude, we had a truce, right? We're like, okay, we agree to disagree. And this guy didn't attack my wife, so I had the utmost respect. You know? His name's Big J. I was like, man, this guy's all right. He didn't attack my wife. That's character, right? I got you, dude. Look, and all the roasting and all the ill I had from him, I was like, you know what? I'm going to let it go. You know? And I even told people in my space, they told me he was Dusty. I said, no, he's a good man. He's a good guy. You know, he's got character. But this fucking joker went and told people to go after me and attack my channel. I'm like, really? I'm just like, And Big J, if you're listening, you know you're wrong. You know you're wrong, man. You know, we had an agreement. We had a truce, man. I never asked anybody to attack you. Why do you get with these people to attack me? Why? Because you don't like that I'm with a black woman? You don't like the fact that I think black women are better off with white men? I mean, I do believe that. That's my right to believe it, right? Anyway, let me stop. I'm going in and I shouldn't. Oh, okay. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. The reason I made my show tonight is I'm getting attacked from all ends. Okay. Ever since I started, the second video, I got death threats. Did you know that? I have been attacked ever since. And I don't know what it is. I always thought that the people that would attack me are the so-called white supremacists, right? The people from like the white supremacist hate groups, right? I thought that's who I was going to have to deal with. I thought maybe these neo-Nazis, white nationalist groups would come in at me because I'm with a black woman and I express love for black women. I thought that's who's coming for me. You know who really came for me? Now, I do get some white supremacists that come in and tell me I'm a disgrace and, you know, destroying my heritage and my DNA. They do tell me those crazy things. But that's once in a blue moon. It really is. You know who's really hating me is black men. Insecure, jealous black men. Because I guess I'm not allowed to love black women. I'm not allowed to be married to them. Because it, I guess, deflates their ego. I don't know. You know, but I'm getting that hate. And it you know, I got these two jokers going in. Well, the third, you know, that I trusted in. Thought he was a man of his word. But no, I guess not. But this Maytag and Mr. Otis, man, they won't stop. He's probably going to make 100 more videos after I'm done. He's probably going, you know, keep going and trying to encourage people to come after me because your life ain't going so well. You don't have to attack me. But I guess he feels he has to. And the Maytag cleaning lady, look, she cleans houses. She works hard. Okay. I'll give her that. She makes creepy videos of people's neighborhoods, which I don't know. The police see you doing that. It don't look good. It looks kind of creepy. And especially like if I'm in a residential area and I see some crazy lady filming my house, I'm be like, whoa. I'm probably going to call the police and say, hey, there's some weird lady filming my house talking to herself. And I want to keep my family safe, you know? I mean, it's just weird. But hey, you know? But look, this show tonight, my favorite shows ain't going in on people. My favorite shows is talking about love and marriage, talking about how amazing black women are, and encouraging black women to open up their options, and encouraging good white men and good Asian men, good Hispanic men. I mean, men with character to say, you know what? Look at the black woman. She is beautiful. She's a blessing. She's been designed by God himself. The black woman is the most beautiful, amazing woman on earth. And look, I love you, black women. And look, and it's not some people say it's, you know, and it's a love of respect, because I see the hard work you do, black women. I see the resilience you have. I see how you treat your men, the men you love. And I respect that. That is beautiful. Black women ain't just race loyal because they just love the race. Black women love the men that they're around, and they give it their all. And if you don't do right by that, you're stupid and you deserve what you get. But I tell you, with me, when I was dating, for me, it was a black woman from the get go. Okay. And look, I've been married 31 years. Okay. You know, I'm so close to retirement. I could retire tomorrow if I just say, you know what, I'm tired. But I'm just holding out to make my nest egg a little bit bigger for me and my wife, Sandy. You know, and I'm going to be coming to the Dallas-Fort Worth area soon. I'm already looking at real estate there. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be paying off my house soon, and I'm getting another one. And look, New Mexico is my home. That's where my heart is. Look, I was born, raised here in the desert. That some people think I'm crazy, but I love it. Me and my wife love it here. But we also love the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I won't be living in Dallas, no. I'll probably be living in one of the surrounding communities, you know. You know, I just want a little suburb area where there ain't a lot of people, you might say. But yeah, we're going to Dallas. Me and my wife go to Dallas almost every week. We just, you know, we love it there. My wife's family is in Texas, so they're around Austin. Okay. But I've always loved Dallas. Dallas is, oh my God. You know, and living in New Mexico, we're always in Texas or Arizona, Colorado. There's something about the vibe I get from Dallas. The people, they're always amazing around that area. I love the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I do, man. But New Mexico's my home, and I'm not giving up my home. I've added on to my house. I've built my wife a sunroom, and I'm going to be expanding it. So I'm renovating my house I got now. So that's why I'm not in my sunroom. I'm doing renovations, and that's why I'm not in my studio. But I'm doing renovations, and you know, I put so much money. I've already spent like almost $40,000 renovating my house. So I'm you know, making it easier for when me and my wife get older. Like, you know, I already put in a walk-in tub. I got benches in the shower. I'm just, and I know people say, well, why are you doing that? You're not, well, when I get old, when me and my wife get old, and you know, our back hurts a little more and we limp a little bit more, you know, we can sit in the shower and, you know, and I got two shower heads. We sit in there, we can talk, take a shower. It's cool. Walk-in tub. Even though I don't need it now, but hey, it's pretty cool, you know, and I put so much into this, but like I said, Dallas is like our second home, and all the friends and stuff we have there, yeah, we're headed there soon. A few more years, yeah. So, but anyway, guys, the pro-blacks can be more racist towards their own. Yeah, I believe that. The man with the renovation plans. Yeah, I do. Look. I bought my house in 2019, right? And everything's new, but when they build a house, they don't give you the best windows and the best. They're going to save as much money as possible, right? So I've been taking my house and I've gutted it from areas and renovated it, and I'm making it to the way me and my wife want it, right? My wife wanted a sunroom, so I built her a sunroom. And right now I'm going to make it even bigger. And, it's pretty neat because it's got big windows, the sun shines in. And that's where she does her devotion and, has her own time. Of course, I use that room too, but that's what I dedicated to her. I call it Sandy's sunroom. And, I'm even having a plaque made dedicated to my wife, Sandy, and I got the date, Sandy's sunroom. And, it's a nice little room. The sun shines in it, and it's cool. You can see, got big windows, and I put a little TV and a little couch for her. She can have her personal time, and that's what I like doing. I love doing stuff for my wife. I love my wife. My wife is amazing. God has blessed me so much. Guys, nobody has ever loved me like my wife loves me. And I don't understand why I got it so good, but I do appreciate it, and I thank God for my wife every day. But and I hate when people say stuff about my wife. And my wife is the sweetest woman ever. I mean, she's never said nothing negative about nobody. She just, and I do this YouTube channel and I show my wife, and I want people to see how much we love each other, and people to see that you can open up your options and have love. And and the sad thing is I get hate from that. People talk about me and my wife and how we look and all this stupid crap, and I guess because we're not 20 years old and look like a model couple, I guess it's okay to attack us. And I don't understand people. I just wanted to put a positive image and let people know you can open up your options. And me and my wife been married for so many years. We've been blessed. And that's what I want to show. Look, when I went to Hawaii, I didn't show any pictures or videos of my children, my grandchildren. My daughter and her husband. I couldn't show those pictures. You know why? Because people hate me so much that they would exploit my children, my grandchildren, just to take a dig at me. And it's sad that I can't show my family. Because, guys, I got a beautiful family. And my kids and grandkids, we all look alike, but we got our different uniqueness about us. And an interracial family, we got some of my kids and grandkids are lighter skin, darker skin. Some have more curly hair, more coarse. Some are more straight, and And that's just a reflection on my love between me and my wife, Sandy. Yeah, we don't look the same, but we really love each other. And our family is a product of our love. You know, when I married my wife, I was like, man, I wonder when we have kids, how will they be? What would they look like and what would their personality be? And, when I got married, I was excited. One day I was going to have children with my wife. And, then my daughter was born, then my son, and then my youngest daughter. And before you know it, we had 3 toddler kids running around acting crazy. And then we go on trips and do stuff together. And I miss my children. I do. My youngest is 23. My oldest is 28. My son is 26. My kids are grown up. But me and my wife, we miss our kids when they're little because we go do stuff together. And, when I was in the Army, we didn't have a lot of money. I mean, we had enough. We were taken care of. But, we do the simple things and have fun together as a family. And I'm telling you, those people that don't want to get married and don't want to, you don't know what you're missing. You don't know what it's like to have a wife that loves you and children that love you. And, and you watch them grow up and do amazing things. And then your grandkids come along and you're watching your family grow. You're seeing a new human being come in your family and your family's growing. And that's what life is about. And it tears me up to see people that are out there, don't want to get married, don't want to live that life. And what tears me up is their choice, but these people don't know what they're missing. The memories, the family. That's what it's all about. And it's just encouraging. Now, and I think back, I look at my family, I look at me and my wife's life together, and I think, man, what if I didn't have the courage to approach her? What if I just, stared at her and looked at her and didn't do nothing? Then what? I thank God that night I had the courage to approach my wife. I thank God that even though I was nervous, even though I felt embarrassed, and even though I thought, man, I don't have a chance. Because I was never smooth with the words anyway. And when you're nervous, it just all goes out the window. But my wife, she says, you know what? Because I asked her, did you even understand what I said? Because I knew I was nervous. And she said, you know what? Your eyes told me everything. And she thought it was a beautiful thing that I was stuttering. She thought it was a beautiful thing I was nervous and my heart was racing. You know why? Because she knew that the feelings I had for her that night were true. She could see me trembling. She could see my heart racing. She could see how nervous I was. And I took my shot. As ugly as it looked, but she embraced me for it. Because she didn't look at how smooth my words were. She didn't look how much style I had. she just seen a man that had love for her and was a bit nervous, and I took my shot. And she talks about it all the time to this day. Because that's true love. And though I was embarrassed, and I'm glad I went through it, because sometimes you just try and God will bless you. But you got to do it. Sometimes you're in struggle for a long time till you finally reach your goal, or sometimes it just happens. All you got to do is just do it. But yeah. Now, anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close this tonight. Thank you for watching. And to those that have been harassed by this joker, just stand strong. Hurt people like to hurt people. My brother Alexander, hang tough, brother. Okay, you got a good heart. You're a good man. Okay, don't let this dude get under your skin. Okay, and ladies that are attacked by this joker, just stay strong. Okay, everything's going to be just fine. Okay. Hey, thanks, Indiana Mom. Good to see you, young lady. J10, good to see you. It's good to see you guys tonight. You guys are a blessing to me, and thank you for showing me love. Thank you for showing my wife love. Me and my wife, we're a middle-aged couple, and I want people to see that we came out of the 80s. Well, me and my wife were born in the 60s, okay? Grew up in the 70s, started dating in the 80s, and, me and my wife got married in 94 and never looked back. What was a beautiful thing about the 80s? And Indiana Mom, you can relate to me on this. In the 70s, we would see the interracial dating we'd see was black men and white women. We hardly ever seen a white man with a black woman. If you did, it was very rare. But the 80s, things switched. The 1980s, when I was in high school, Indiana Mom, listen, you know what I'm talking about, right? It was like we were opening up our options. I know I was all in from the get-go, but I remember going to school and my friends were, we were dating black women, and I had friends that were doing it. It was like it was something new. It was a new thing. When we look at today and we talk about swirling and divestment and all this stuff was happening in the 80s, and it was ramping up. I remember going to school, and I remember, I had white friends, Hispanic friends. They're like, yeah, I'm going to date the black girl. It was like, it was something new, but it was exciting, and, things were changing, right? And it was a beautiful time. And my time in high school, I was like, wow, people feel like I do. It was like I was like the rare guy out, and I remember seeing it happen, and it was like an exciting time. But yeah, that was happening. And when I look at divestment today on YouTube, I mean, I was hearing black women talk about that like just going to other races of men, white men, and just they were done, right, with the community or whatever. I was hearing that in the 80s. You know, I dated this black girl, and her mom encouraged her to date white guys. It was weird. And she ended up marrying a white guy. The girl I dated, her mother married a white guy. It was just, things were changing. People were like, you know, and you see a little bit of that, and through time it just ramps back up again. And you know, when I went in the army, I was like, even though in the 80s it was happening, me and Sandy were kind of like, you know, the rarity. People would look at us and stare and I don't think it was like a hateful stare. They're just like, wow, this is different, you know. And then I went in the army, and you know, I started seeing soldiers like me that were married to black women. And the military, I'm telling you, in the army, it's like everybody was dating out or marrying out, right? I mean, you have black guys with white women and white guys with black women, and it was a beautiful thing. It was like you do what you want, and it's like nobody cared. They only cared about getting the mission done, right? We're all soldiers. We did our thing, and I don't know. I think I was insulated in my life. You know, my parents were okay with me. They knew I was going to marry a black woman, so they just, but they never said nothing negative. They just wanted me to choose right, right? And so I was kind of sheltered in that. I never really dealt with the attacks with the interracial dating. And when I got married, till I went in the army, and I went to different places, you know, and then I started seeing some racism here and there, little bits of it. I know when I got to Missouri, it's like, and I love Missouri, they're good people, but there were little bits of racism there, and I was like, oh God. I know I had an event, and these white women were just yelling at me and my wife and saying racial stuff, and just so much hate. I was so shocked. I just stood there and like, is this real, or is this? You know how something happens and there's no way this can be happening. In your mind, you're thinking, no, this can't be real, but it's happening in real time right in front of you, and it's like, wow. And then when it snaps, then you get mad, then you retaliate. But there for a little bit, you're like confused, like, what? You're telling me this? I'm with my wife and family, and what? And really, that rarely happens, but it does happen, you know. But I could tell you stories about my life, and you know, my journey from swirl to investment, and it's been beautiful. It has. It's been awesome. And I tell people, I say, you know what? Open up your options. Like, find someone that loves you. You know, I mean, it just, I found so much love, and found out how amazing black women are. And I'm just like, there's no other woman I want to be with. And it's funny because Dusty say, well, the white woman didn't want you. She didn't want you. So you have to go with a black woman. And really, that ain't true. The women that were interested in me were white women and Asian women, or some Hispanic women, yeah. But not really black women. Black women were still like in that pro-black love thing, you know. I had to seek black women out and take my shot. I had to just go for it. It would have been much easier dating white women. And there were some that were into me, but I just didn't. And I know this sounds crazy, but I just didn't have. I could see the beauty, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. There was. It wasn't the same. There wasn't that. I didn't have the love there. Does that make sense? And it's not that they're less of women. I'm just. It just. My heart belonged to the black woman, and it just. No one else could have it. I just. How can I explain it? Some people say, "Oh no, all women are beautiful." And all women are beautiful. I don't dispute it. It's just black women. You know, just my heart just belonged to the black woman. And it didn't matter how many liked me or not. It wouldn't. My heart was theirs. What's that? Indian one? Us divested black women were hard to find back. Yeah, divested women were hard to find, but they were there. Okay. And divested black women, I knew some that were divested, and they were there. They were hard to find back in the day, of course. I think a lot of divested women back in the day, they kind of kept it on the down low. They kind of did their thing without telling people about it, you might say. Yeah, and I think that's what made them hard to find too. Not that there just wasn't a lot, but the ones that were, a lot of them didn't really say they didn't want to be with a black man because they knew there would be some negative reaction. So they kind of kept it on the down low. I think. Tell you the truth, if I was single, if I was a young single white guy, I would go for the divester, hands down. I wouldn't mess with no fence riding swirler, no. I would go for the divested black woman because she's set on what she wants. She's straightforward. You know, you get with a woman that swirls, she'll be back and forth. And sometimes these fence riders are confused whether they want to be the white guy or black guy. And you have to deal with that. And I'm not the kind to wait for a decision to be made if you want to be with me. If you're not all in from the get-go, you're done. And I think divested black women, they're all in. So, and that don't mean they're going to date you because they're divested. But if they are interested in you and they are a divested black woman, there ain't going to be no pro-blackness where you got to, you know, hate yourself for being white and you got to do all these hurdles. No, it's going to be like, she knows what she wants in life and she's into you, she loves you, and boom. I just think it's more stable. There's more there. But anyway, that's just my thoughts. But you know, but I just want to show you guys a little bit of what's going on in my life. Tell you about the people that are trying to destroy me because they don't agree with me. And getting other people involved, like that pro-black channel. Why did they want to do it? I think without the influence, they wouldn't even had a thought of me. You know what I mean? I'm not the kind that goes around messing with pro-black channels or manosphere channels and back and forth. I do my own thing and I want to be left alone. So I leave people alone. You know, that's just me. The people I do go in on are the ones that attack me or my family. I don't just attack people. I that's not right. whether they like me or not. It's not right to just attack. But when they attack me, my wife, my family, oh, you know, it's all on then. But what I want in my channel is to have a channel where we can come together and talk about opening up your options, where we can talk about swirl to investment. We can talk about divestment. We can talk about what's best for Black women to be on top. Because Black women should be at the top. They do the most, they accomplish the most. Why? I'm just saying. And those of us that have been married to Black women, Black women have made us better. The Black wife effect is real. And they didn't just put on some clothes and give us a haircut. They actually, with the Black woman's love, actually made us better. You know? And, you know, I want to show what the truth is. There's so many lies out there, so much crap, so much tribalism and segregationist crap going on that, you know, we're being attacked for loving somebody that don't look like us. And that should never be. You know? It should never be. You be with who makes you happy. You know? And what's funny is I had a discussion at work, and it was funny. One Black dude said, "Oh, so you support divestment, right?" I said, "Yeah, I do." Well, what if one day Becky and all these white women decide they want to divest from white men? I say, amen. I'd be the first to support them on that. You know why? Because if they feel that's a better option, let them go. And I wouldn't hate them for that. I would say a prayer for them and hope for the best for them. You know, I don't. And I think it blew his mind that I said that. Like, really? And I'm like, dude. And this guy's known me for years. I'm saying, dude, you know who I was with in high school. You know who I'm married to. Why the hell would you ask me that? Why would you even think something different? Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah. Like you're going to stumble me on that question. My ego don't soar on how many women are into me. I don't need numbers. I don't need a body count. I need a love count. I need a wife, not a bunch of girlfriends. You know what I mean? And that's where my mindset was when I was dating. I didn't want to see who I can get with next. I wanted a wife. I wanted that as a teenager. I was like, I didn't, you know, I seen how my father and, you know, I seen my parents and how they're happy. And I seen other people that are married and living their best life. I didn't want to, I know it'd be exciting to be with different girls when you're young. And yeah, but when you get older, you think about it like, nah. And this was like my like 22, 23. I'm like, nah, I need to get a wife. I can't do this. You know, and that's what I did. You know, I dated and then I got married. 24, I was married and on my way. Anyway, guys, let me go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and end this. It's getting late. I've been on for 3 hours and 33 minutes. Well, let me go ahead and I want to say a prayer before I end this live. I think we should pray more often. I need to. Lord, thank you for tonight's show. Thank you for everybody tonight. I pray that you bless each and everybody here tonight, Lord, and give young people the courage to open up their options. Give them the courage to be with someone they love that loves them. True love. Lord, and I know you make us different colors, Lord, but I pray that you bring good people together. And I know your plan is for us to come together as people in our great nation to love each other. And I would say to black women, white men, non black men, and all men, all women, open up your options. And Lord, I pray you give them the courage to open up their options. And if they don't open up their options, God, we know you will bless that too. And I just pray that you keep my channel open, Lord. Please continue to give us a space to come together and talk. And just bless everybody here tonight and their families. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Okay. Amen. Freedom from Tyrones, yes. And anything else toxic, yes. Yeah. Amen. And I would say, that us white men get freedom from those how can I say this? From the overprivileged uppity Beckys, the angry Karens. Give us freedom from that too. And anything else toxic, yes. But anyway, guys, seriously though, black women, you are the best option. You deserve the best option, whatever that best option is, whatever color it is. Go with the man that loves you. Go where you're the prize, where you're the treasure. Okay. And I'd say, guys, open up your options. Black women are amazing. They're beautiful. They're the most loving, most loyal, most resilient women on this planet. Okay. And once a black woman touches your heart, you're done. It belongs to her. I'm just saying. And look, black women have my heart at a young age, so I went out the gate with my options open. And people think that's weird because that's not the usual thing that happens. Usually people that interracially date and marry, usually it's like they kind of stumble upon it. They're not looking for it. It just happens. With me, it was deliberate. When I was 16, I started dating. I was seeking out black women. I was looking for, I was on a mission. Okay. And people think it's weird and wrong and red flag, but I told my wife that. I said, people are going in on me because I say that black women were always my first option, right? It was black women or nothing. And people say, that's a red flag. My wife's like, that's the red flag I love. And she hugged me and she says, yeah. So, I mean, but it turned out to be right. Been married 31 years. Me and my wife, I love my wife more than anything in the world. So a preference ain't a bad thing. And if you're attracted to someone who don't look like you, There's nothing wrong with that. But get to know them. Make sure you have the same things you want in life. You know, you have the same values, moral structure. Okay? Make sure that's a good fit. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching tonight. Okay? I'll see you guys next Saturday. Next Saturday is going to be the new show. Okay? Roadrunner 89 Saturday Night Swirl. It's going to be a little different than tonight's show or the shows in the past. I'm going to have different segments to it, and I think you'll like it. I'm going to be working hard on it tomorrow, putting together videos and inserts I'm going to put into the show. And I'm still going to have a topic every Saturday, but it's going to be a bit different. I'm trying to make it more structured, more enjoyable. You know, I'm trying to kind of gravitate. I'm trying to, how can I say it, kind of evolve with my channel. I don't want it to be the same thing over and over. I know I started with videos, and then I later on did the live shows, and I'm trying to tweak it as I go, because I don't want this when you come here, I want you to have a good time. Okay? I want you to enjoy this channel. Okay? I really do. And this is something that's free and fun. And hey, you guys pay me by giving me likes. Okay? That's all I ask for. Give me a thumbs up. Okay? And I'll do my best to give you the best show I can. Best videos I can. Okay? But yeah, all I ask is, you know, give me a like if you come up on this show, because it does help the algorithm. It helps to get more people over, and you know, it's a beautiful thing. Okay? But that's all I ask. Give me a like. They're free and easy. You just hit the like button. Right in the future, I will have to tell you about a white broke Dusty that I fell for. Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, you can talk to me about that. I'm sorry it turned out to be Dusty. Yeah, let me know. Yeah, and ladies, just know that there are white Dusties all over the place too, okay? You know, just make sure you know who you're with. I know that's easier said than done, but just be aware, okay? There are dusty Asian dudes, dusty white guys, dusty all groups, okay? There are bad people in all groups. Just know that, okay? Now, statistically, black women, white men, we do the best. That is true. But not every white man and black woman are good people, right? I'd say most black women are. Once you get to know them, they trust you. Black women are pretty amazing. Most white guys are good men, but there are some dusty ones that will exploit you. Okay, be careful. And white guys, look, black women are amazing. They're beautiful. But there are some black women that will exploit you and take advantage of you. Just know it. People are people. Okay? People are flawed. Just know. Okay? I encourage you to open up your options, but make sure, okay, you do it right. Because look, I fell in that swirl, and I chose wrong, and it almost destroyed me. Okay, so be careful. But every other black woman that I was with, any other relationship was amazing. It just some of these amazing black women, we weren't meant to be together. But we're good people and loved each other. They didn't work. Choose the best for you, black woman. Avoid swag. Yeah. What do you mean by that, Godiva goddess? So if I throw a do-rag and have a grill, that'd be a red flag? No, I'm just joking. Yeah, be careful of that swag. Yeah. And ladies, really, if you like white men or non-black men, it's best to be with a genuine guy. That's himself. Okay. You got to be careful of these white guys that have the slang and the down with the lingo, and you know what I mean. Not saying they can't be good guys, but a lot of times, a lot of these white guys that do that, they want the black experience. Okay, they're trying to be like a black man, and black men are with black women. So I think that gets in their head, and they think if I could be more black acting, I'll have a better chance. White men, that really don't work. Black women like you better as you. Okay, they like you better just being that white guy. She sees you, she knows you're a white guy. Be the white guy. Okay, just be you. Okay. The reason I never got rid of my gap, because that's me. That's how I was created. I had a video on the gap. I had. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if I can find it though. It was a neat video though. I'll probably have to show it later because gosh, I want to show you that because it was a neat video. I was like, let me see. Yeah, I don't have it. Ah, dang it. Huh. Oh. All right. Anyway, I'll show it next time, next show. Hood adjacent white guys, is that what they're called? Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be careful of those dudes. I mean, not to say he's not a good guy. He might really love black women, but maybe he's caught up in that mindset. Sometimes that happens too. Not all white guys that act silly, like the silly blackness, are bad. I don't believe that. But a lot of them are trying to live the black experience, and they might not really care for black women. It's just part of their journey, I guess. Yeah, like Taylor Swift guy. That's a red flag. Powdered donuts. Yeah. Travis Kelce, as much of a great football player he is, he's a dusty. Yes. I mean, he's good at what he does, but he's dusty as hell. They're called powdered donuts. They are dusty. Yes. And look, I've dealt with some of those powdered dusties. I don't like them. Yeah. Be careful. Yeah. Enough said with that. Yeah. But yeah, the powdered donuts, Dusties, those guys, yeah, they love black women, but not like the Roadrunner loves black women. They don't love you because you're amazing women. They love you to exploit you, you might say. And that's not really love. That's like they're exploiting black women. They're just the white version of the Dusty, you know. And dust comes in all colors, ladies. You don't want, you know. But anyway, let me go ahead and close it. It's already late at night and I'm still talking. He seems trashy and attention seeking. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I'll see you guys next Saturday. It's going to be a different format. We'll see how that goes. And when I do it, it don't mean it's set in stone, right? I can adjust as we go too. I can make it better. You know what I'm saying? So if you have input, once I do it and you got an idea where it could go a little bit better, you let me know. And if you have a segment you want me to add to it, but I'm going to work on it tomorrow and all this week. Next Saturday is going to be a new show. Okay? I think it's going to be good. Yeah, happy Easter, Cece. Happy Easter, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? I hope you guys have a good Easter. I hope you have a good weekend with your families. You know, hug Miss Sandy. Oh, yeah. You know, she's going to get hugged all night. I mean, look, when I go to sleep, I'm hugging Sandy. When I wake up, I'm hugging Sandy. When I come home from work, I'm hugging Sandy. I mean, I love her so much, my arms are always around my wife. But yeah, I'll hug her some more. Yes. I love Sandy. She's awesome. That's my Sandy baby is, oh, she's a blessing from God. She is. Anyway, guys, have a good night. God bless. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you next Saturday. Have a good day. God bless.